I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Very upbeat Monday. I mean, I don't even know where to start. We got an upbeat Monday on our hands here. I got lambasted on Twitter for what I thought was a very nice suggestion. Put Stephen Ross's picture on the elevator instead of nonsense, players on the field. I mean, it was Stephen Ross who stuck with everybody and saw this thing through. I was being sarcastic, but that doesn't play on Twitter many times.
No.
And wow, I mean, people are just outraged that I'm what's wrong with the world and sports media, suggesting that Stephen Ross had the fortitude to see it through. But regardless, I did tell you that this Dolphins team was one of the best in the league and had an offense that could tear apart defenses, top defenses, and that's exactly what happened. Tua, 20 of 26 for 205 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, 138.6 passer rating. I mean, what more could you want out of the guy?
Nothing. He played great.
He did.
And they ran the ball, which was genius.
Did. Yep.
37 rushes. That's what I took from the game, from the offense approach. Defensively, let's be honest, Kirk Cousins is booty.
Booty. So, one of the things that I saw as a consistent narrative on social media is the only quarterbacks Dolphins who have beaten this season are Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins. And so, and I go, hey, just enjoy a victory once in a while, you jackals. Like, just enjoy a victory. We know they're not going to the Super Bowl. Enjoy a complete victory. That was the team that we thought we'd see on a fairly regular basis. The defense was biting. Bijan Robinson didn't know where to go.
Nope.
And like you said, Kirk Cousins, I don't know if it was the defense or just Kirk Cousins being Kirk Cousins and older. But, I mean, just enjoy the victory.
Yes.
What is so wrong with enjoying a victory? Unless, honestly, like, if your biggest concern is draft slotting, I understand. I've never been that guy. So I don't care. I can't remember who I saw say it. It's like, it doesn't matter if you have the first pick, the third pick, the 8th pick. What matters is what you do with the pick. Mm-hmm. And the Dolphins and Chris Greer have shown you fairly consistently that they maybe don't make the right choices no matter where the pick is. But honestly, if your only your only concern is draft slotting, then I get being upset that your team had a victory. But if not, whatever, enjoy it. You had a Canes victory. I mean, the Heat this weekend, did you see what they did to Memphis Friday night? I know you saw what they did. Did you see what they did to Memphis Friday night?
I had to go back and look because old Ja Morant had the little sad post-game press conference. I said, they must have got their ass whooped.
I mean, the Heat did things that NBA teams don't do to other NBA teams. Well, give this one a little bit of context, though, Solana. It's 1 game out of 82. I'm not doing that with the Dolphins, but that one game out of 82.
Well, what about last night?
Yeah, they had a win, but it wasn't what they did to Memphis.
Bro, but they beat a 2-0 Knicks team. That's the favorite in the Eastern Conference. I mean, those are the teams that we're going to match them up against.
Team. There's been 2 games.
But the Knicks are supposed to be the cream of the crop of the East.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. No, I'll say this about the Dolphins. It's why coaches, Mario Cristobal said it after the Louisville loss, that's why it's a 1-game season. Fans don't think about it that way. So you can't be 1-6 and win a game and now go to the locker room saying, well, that's 2-6. Fans sometimes approach it like that. And that's why coaches dwell on, if you're 7-0, just get to 1-0 the next week.
Right.
If you're 0-8, get to 1-8 the next week. Win that next week. But no, they ran the ball more. I kept asking last week, what was the adjustment you're going to make? You're not benching anybody. You haven't signed anybody. 37 rushes to 26 passes. You saw Tua on the play action. The Waddle touchdown, the long one, was a play action. Tua moved out the pocket for the Malik Washington touchdown. That's what they changed the offense up. Can he continue to progress it? The plan B OJ always talks about. And defensively, They loaded up. They had 5 across the board.
It was crazy the way they looked because they haven't looked that way all season.
The two D tackles, 2 D ends, and a backer standing over the center. You're literally telling the other team, you're not pulling anybody. You're not running this ball at us. Do whatever you want, and the corners have to hold up. If we can do that against good quarterbacks and good receivers, because Drake London was out, and that's why Kyle Pitts had like 9 for 60 or something, because they said, we'll let Kyle's not going to beat us. These outside guys have to be covered. They had a good defensive and offensive approach. Mike McDaniel did, I don't know if progress, but he did change the offense up.
I mean, he certainly gets an A for coaching.
Yes, the offensive approach was a winning approach. Tua going 4 touchdowns, 205 yards. Usually 4 touchdowns is 350, 360.
Right.
But they were running the ball successfully, and he had to throw a 15-yard out or a 10-yard crosser to fall in. Great offensive approach by Mike McDaniel. Can they do that against a good quarterback, good receiver? That's what fans want to go to, but I'm not going to it.
Right.
You won the game.
And the truth of the matter is, I'm not expecting that game Thursday. No. I'm not. All I'm saying is enjoy it. Just enjoy a great, complete performance by your football team.
To your point, Hoch, because I do care about the draft slot, but I'll care when we get there, right? Or if it's late in the season and hey, you lose this game, you get X pick. You lose the next 2, you get X pick. Fine, but this early in the season, to the fan who's genuinely going to be upset if the Dolphins win a game, don't watch.
Right. And again,
watch.
if you're upset specifically because of the draft slotting, I get it. If you're I don't know, upset or just you don't want to allow yourself to smile because hey, they're only 2-6. Yeah, we know. They know. Like everyone knows. Whatever. It was a win. Yeah. Enjoy it. Stop being so miserable with your life.
Here's what I think people are going to do, though. They're going to say, oh, my God, but now they're going to buy into Tua again. Bro, they're not. This regime, this era is done. I don't think anything changes.
They literally have to run the table. They would literally have to run the table. Correct. What do they have, 6 losses right now? Mm-hmm. So they have to finish 11-6 for, I think, to that even be entertained. I don't even know if it would be a certainty at that point. But anyway, Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Solana, I'll give you headlines. Hurricanes defense turned it on in the second half against Stanford. It was a little dicey at the beginning, but defense turned it on.
Defense or Ruben Bain?
Ruben Bain is so special.
He won the game.
It's crazy.
Bro, he is the best player in college football.
It is crazy. Heat have won 2 in a row. We have Heat tickets to give away all this week. Heat Blazers, November 8th. And we still have any history with the Blazers, or we don't care?
Yeah,
there's no boy's name. We hate him, the little guy.
Joe Cronin?
Yeah. Joe Cronin.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Norman Powell played there for a little bit. Joe Cronin.
I just didn't know if we had beef like we did a couple seasons ago.
I mean, they got Dame back, and all the guys that they traded for him are all gone.
Right.
And they still stink. So.
And Dame had a terrible experience in Milwaukee. And
it just doesn't matter anymore because the Heat are going to win the championship this year anyways. But it just doesn't matter anymore because clearly they made the bad trade.
Well,
they effed up. Everybody knows.
We have Heat tickets every day this week. So just keep on listening. Every day before 6 o'clock, we'll give away a pair. Let's get headlines here. John Michaels from Atlanta is going to join us this hour. He was tweeting after that Falcons game, fire everyone. Today, he was tweeting what I thought we'd all be tweeting after that game. He was tweeting about the Falcons, the exact same stuff that I thought we were going to be tweeting. So we're going to get his take on what happened Sunday. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
Y'all let go of grudges easy.
Why? You're still angry at the Trailblazers?
I one time kept a grudge for 20 years. I just don't let them go that easy. If I dislike you, I dislike you.
Yeah, I don't hold a grudge.
Yeah. There was a guy that spit in my face for the Ravens, LaRon McClain.
Yeah.
I had a grudge for 20 years till I found out he kind of went went crazy.
You got to hear his side, too.
The spit flying out his teeth? I don't know how you do that on accident.
Through his teeth. What, he has a little buck tooth action?
Bro, when that little loogie hit my face, I don't know. I blacked out. I don't know what that's nasty.
Or you're going to fight, right?
I tried to.
We tried.
Kendall Langford pick me up like a rag
But I'm saying,
doll.
like 10 years later, you see him.
If I saw him, I swear.
We
15
always
years
said
in.
that was on site.
On
He was
site.
on site, but he has since changed his mind because LeRon McClain has had actual mental issues. You don't want to on site this guy.
No.
Yeah.
Can't fight in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Exactly.
I don't want to fight in that building.
Probably in a nicer, more appropriate term.
Everybody won this weekend in South Florida.
Everybody won.
Unless FAU lost. I don't know. Did FAU lose to Army?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't even know if the Panthers lost. Did the Panthers lose?
The Florida Panthers?
Yeah.
No, the Panthers beat VGK.
When was that?
On Saturday. Bob's 50th career shutout.
Oh, good for him.
Or 500, one or the other.
I think it's 50, brother.
No, it's 50.
Okay. Damn, Bob's old.
The Heat set franchise records against the Grizzlies. Inter Miami beat Nashville. You got a messy brace.
Yep.
They win game 1. The Canes blew out Stanford. Panthers hold VGK to 0 goals, shut them out. They win. Dolphins blew out the Falcons. And then the Heat beat the New York Knicks, sent all those bing-bong losers home sad. It was a perfect weekend in South Florida.
It really was.
Yes.
It really was. You have anything to add to that, Jimmy? Jimmy, usually you know more like of the littler stuff that maybe we're not aware of. Anybody lose?
FAU lost.
FAU did lose.
To Army, right? I did see that.
Navy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, he doesn't know the different branches.
I got cussed out by FIU graduate. On
You got
Saturday
cussed out?
at the South Boo.
South Boo?
The South Boo Food
Oh,
and
yeah.
Wine Festival.
Oh,
The
yeah.
South
You
Beach.
couldn't afford a booth at the South Beach one, so you got the South Boo one?
I went to South Boo. It was a little further down. The South Beach Seafood Festival. Ladies talking, you go Gators, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my daughter tried to get in, but her grades aren't that great. So I just make a joke. I think of a school, and I say, maybe she got to go to FIU then.
Right.
This lady goes crazy on me. FIU, you know that we do. And she snapped. Like, she started cussing. I was like, hey, take it easy. Yeah, she might have been drunk. Might have been drunk. But yeah, sorry, brother. I pause up.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Well, did FIU play this weekend or they play on Tuesdays?
Well, they played.
No, I'm being serious. Haven't they played?
They lost on Tuesday to Kennesaw State. They
Right.
They don't play Tuesday this week.
Oh,
Friday night.
They play Wednesday.
Your football team is intramural.
that is crazy. So they've
guys,
had 2
I'm
consecutive Tuesday
supposed-
nights game and now a Wednesday night game.
I'm supposed to do a FIU game, their homecoming against Liberty on ESPN Plus. You guys are single-handedly going to knock me off that ESPN Plus broadcast.
That's great.
Will they play on like a Wednesday and then a Saturday ever?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to get on that schedule. Once you're on the Tuesday schedule, it's hard to get off it.
Well, that's the thing. You know, they step up. Somebody's got to step up and
Right.
play. FIU steps up, man.
Right. It's like Jacksonville in London. They found a little niche no one wanted, and they grabbed it.
We're Team London.
But no joke, man. Awesome weekend in South Florida sports. Crowder, how does it feel to know that the Florida Gators don't even have the most attractive job opening in the SEC anymore?
Oh, goodness, it's LSU. It's Brian Kelly's
I
messing
tell
me
you
up.
what, he's going to be your head coach, so he might be the Florida head coach.
I will get my tattoo covered. If we bring in Brian Kelly, my tattoo's getting covered. I swear it is.
I want to hear his Gainesville accent.
All right, we got World Series Game 3 tonight.
My friend Justin texted me. He said everyone won in South Florida except South Florida, which killed his parlay. Did you see the way USF lost?
No.
Oh, my God. Poor Josh Appel and poor Justin on his parlay. But USF, if you consider them to be South Florida, it's in the name, they lost.
They lost to Memphis?
USF?
Yeah.
Was it Memphis? They lost 34-31, right?
Yeah, 34-31, and Memphis
Yeah, but it
now
was against Memphis.
Memphis now is ranked. Hey, Jimmy, what the hell happened in the AP Top 25? How did the Canes go from 9 blowout
They dropped
Stanford and they dropped to 10?
They dropped to 10.
AP hates us.
Yeah.
I could figure it out in the commercial break. Somebody beat somebody that was big time.
No.
And I think what happens too is AP voters, they may not watch an entire game. So if they watch the first half of Stanford, you might be inclined to drop them 10 slots. I mean, that first half was brutal.
And what do they call it? Pretty points?
like
fashion points.
No,
Style
it's
points.
a
style
yeah,
points. There
look
you
at
go.
Jimbo, you on
Fashion
point today.
points.
Smalls.
Fashion points. Guy calls hair salad fashion points. What'd you do? You spent that? You're late because you were at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Aren't fashion and style synonymous with one another? What's the difference?
No, they're not fashion points. I want you to go on College Game Day and talk about They need to win with fashion points.
First gift I ever got from a woman were Abercrombie and Fitch draws.
Draws.
That's a white girl right there.
A white girl,
100%.
Roswell High School freshman
Yeah.
year. She bought me Abercrombie and Fitch draws.
That's
I didn't
all I
wear them.
wore.
I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what is
That's all I wore to middle school and high school, man. Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, Hollister.
I mean, you didn't even need to say it.
that? You want some Birkenstocks? I don't live in your neighborhood. I have to go back to where I'm from when school's over, and I don't feel like getting an ass whooping today. So keep the Birkenstock.
All right. Tonight, World Series Game 3. Series is tied at 1 apiece. Chiefs play the Commanders tonight on Monday Night Football. Don't forget, you've got short week. So the Dolphins are going to play Thursday against Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson is supposed to be back. Panthers and Heat are both in action tomorrow. Panthers play the Ducks. Heat play the Hornets. Kind of awkward.
Why?
Terry Rozier.
Oh,
They
that's
fleeced
awkward.
us. They fleeced us.
It was with them that he was cheating, and then they got rid of him.
You know, they're pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
They knew he was under
the
investigation.
NBA knew. I mean,
but the
they knew.
organization is pleading the fifth.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Barry Jackson had called them for a statement like, "Were you aware when you peddled him?" And they fleeced the Heat, man. They fleeced him.
I don't know if that
And let me
video
tell you
going around
something.
the internet is AI, but that him. It looked like he was Tony off.
Let me
Blue
tell you
Chips.
something. Pat Riley, Tony Soprano, John Gotti, they don't like to get fleeced.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Put an investigation on the investigation's investigation. Yeah.
He's putting cases on all you bitches.
Oh yeah, Pat Riley say that.
Wouldn't that be, that would be, remember the press release he sent out to Danny Ainge?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if he released a press release? Hey, Charlotte, we know what you did, and I'm putting cases on all you bitches. And it's just got the Larry O'Brien trophies underneath it.
I would love to hear Kornheiser read it. PTI.
All right, anything else?
Your weather right now in South Florida, it is hot, man. It's like, I don't know, in the mid 80s. But luckily, we're not dealing with that hurricane. Prayers
That's
out to Jamaica,
bad,
bro.
man. If you have friends or family in Jamaica, like, try to keep in contact as best you can. This is a perfectly formed Category 5. That is going to be a rough go of it.
In like 32 hours, it went from tropical storm, hit Category 4 winds. Now it's a 5. Thing's a monster, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
All right. John Michaels is going to talk some Dolphins and Falcons with us. Canes are back on the winning track. They're on the road Saturday at noon. This week is a perfect chance for you to get some new Canes gear at Caneswear in Davie, or online, of course, at caneswear.com. And we've got Thursday night football this week. You want to look good for Miami and Baltimore, make sure you get to Caneswear in Davie, because it's not just Canes merch, it's Dolphins and Inter Miami and Heat and Marlins, all the South Florida teams, including, of course, your 2-time Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. You need some new Panthers gear for sure. Maybe you're going Panthers game tomorrow night. You can get it all. Shirts, hats, jerseys, shorts, hoodies for you and the entire family, even pets. They even have stuff for pets at Caneswear. They've got everything as well on caneswear.com. So do not wait, because there is a lot of sports action. Tonight happens to be a sports equinox, but you can visit Caneswear, the store in Davie. They're on University Drive right next to La Spada's, or you could shop online at caneswear.com. They honestly have anything Canes you can think of. So make it a point to get there this week or just hop online right now and start shopping. Caneswear.com is the website. Caneswear, the spot South Florida sports fans shop.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I would love to have a cup of coffee and a piece of pie with Mike McDaniel at Denny's. All right, before we get to John Michaels, everyone is invited to this party. Doesn't matter who you are, your name is on the list at Hard Rock Bet season-long celebration. Sign up today, bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. A winning bet plus a boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Thursday night football this week, Miami and Baltimore. Get in on the action on the Hard Rock Bet app. I think there's some college football action. Maybe you're headed to Jacksonville for the annual rivalry on Saturday, or you're just tailgating from home. However you watch the action this weekend, make it count on Hard Rock Bet. Sign up, bet that $5 on any college game. If it wins, you score $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. So fire up the grill on the Hard Rock Bet app as well, and turn your game day into a payday. If you're more into the hardwood than the gridiron, shoot your shot at NBA action every night on Hard Rock Bet. Even if you're late to the action, you can live bet the game as it's happening. Who's going to take baseball's crown? Bet on every pitch, swing, and big moment of the championship series on the Hard Rock Bet app. And refer your friends to Hard Rock Bet. You'll both score a bonus bet up to $50. That's up to $50 for you and up to $50 for them. Bet together, win together on Hard Rock Bet. Download the app right now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. John Michaels hosts mornings on 680 The Fan in Atlanta. He's on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. You hear him on ESPN radio nationally as well. Told you, he tweeted out after the Dolphins-Falcons game, fire everybody, which is what I thought Dolphins fans would be tweeting, not Atlanta radio hosts. But before we talk football with John, I remind you the best place to get geared up with Canes or Dolphins merch is Caneswear in Davie. John, that Dolphins team you saw yesterday afternoon was clicking on all cylinders. Now, is that because it came together for the Fins or because the Falcons were so bad?
I think you know the answer to that one. It has. I mean, the Fins did play well yesterday. That looks like what you thought they should look like. Tua under center, running the football, play action pass. Jalen Waddle. It was almost the exact same play he caught against Georgia, I think, in the 2018 SEC championship game. But it's more the Falcons stink, and they have an organizational problem. We had a good conversation. I literally said from everybody from owner on down can be gone in Atlanta. They're terrible. It's ridiculous. They've gone 7 years without making the postseason. It's going to be 8. You spent 4 first-round picks on high-level offensive players for you to be 17 points a game, which is like 5th worst in the NFL. They're terrible. It's embarrassing. You're now going to have a lot of people that absolutely will not be here. There's going to be nobody showing up at those games. There was hardly anybody there yesterday anyway, and now they're really not going to be there.
And John, I don't want to do the we beat a bad team thing. But last time I saw Kirk Cousins, he was getting his nose broken and he was booty. Yesterday he was booty. I had to look it up. Easton Stick. They got to, if Michael Penix isn't back, they got to go with somebody else.
Oh my God, the guy's getting $50 billion. You can't throw that out the window.
They got to throw it somewhere because he is booty.
Well, see, that's the problem. You gave a guy a $180 million contract 2 years ago. The plan originally was for him to be there last year and this year as a starter, and then Michael Penix would take over next year. Then Kirk Cousins hurt his arm, didn't tell anybody his arm was hurt until we got to the Super Bowl. He goes, oh, by the way, my arm was hurt for 4 weeks. That's why I was terrible. He runs around in the games that he's not playing in full uniform. He's literally got his helmet on, running up and down the sideline like a crazy person. Like, dude, put a baseball cap on like every other player that's not getting in the game is going to do.
I love him. He's adorable.
It's like a Halloween costume. He's up there in a Halloween costume in September. It's ridiculous. Look, it was the one time I was going to go to the game yesterday. Thank goodness I didn't. I got called from ESPN and actually made some money instead of wasting money going down and doing that. That was a disaster of a game for the Falcons, and they're going to be looking for a new everything, I think, coming up really, really soon.
2 bad teams, John, obviously, but the Dolphins didn't look bad yesterday. What stood out to you? Because Tua, probably the best game of the season, probably the best game he's had going back to 2023. And, everything worked for them. I can't imagine. None of us expected that to happen. I'm not saying you expected the Falcons to roll the Dolphins over, especially with Kirk Cousins, but you had to have been surprised with how the game ended.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fact that they lost is bad enough. The fact that that game, 24-3, I was done. I turned the game off, and like I said, I was working anyway, but I never once flipped back to the game because I knew the Falcons were never going to come back. Most impressive thing to me actually was Mike McDaniel's game plan. You ran the football, you stuck with it, and you made easy throws for Tua. Maybe Tua needs to have a swollen shut eye from now on because One-Eyed Willie was back there carving up the Falcons like a Christmas turkey, which was amazing to see from a Tua perspective because it looked like the guy that you were supposed to have. And if Westbrook-Ikhine didn't have a ball ricochet off his face mask, he would have had another touchdown pass because he hit him on an out route that should have been a touchdown. And Ikhine he never turned around, didn't see the ball. Maybe he was looking at the Jumbotron like Raheem Morris does over and over again. So it was not good at all. I mean, disappointing day. You know what? My Sundays are free. If you guys ever want to play video poker online or something, my Sundays are free because I have no NFL to watch the rest of the year.
I mean, if I told you that this was going to be his take after the Dolphins-Falcons game and not our take, no one would have believed it. But let me take it a step further because the Dolphins have the Ravens Thursday night. Thursday night football looks like Lamar Jackson will be back. Is there any way you looked at the Dolphins yesterday and said to yourself, you know what? They're kind of finding something. Maybe they're finding their groove. And I'm not going to say that they're going to beat Baltimore, but maybe they hang with them. Maybe the offense looks more like it did against Atlanta than like it did against Cleveland the week prior.
Look, Stella got her groove back in Jamaica in a movie about 30 years ago. Angela Bassett was 60 years old. The Dolphins aren't getting their groove back. This is a team that 9 days ago now, got their teeth kicked in by Cleveland. Tua got benched for Quinn Ewers, and Mike McDaniel rambled on about God, whatever knows Mike McDaniel rambles on about in his post-game press conference. No, they're not finding their groove. They're not coming back. They're hoping for, I don't know, something falls in their lap next year in the draft. They need to find an organizational reset. And I think the Falcons need to do exactly the same.
So both sides, because you're from down here, you follow Dolphins, and you're in Atlanta. So they played each other, and they're both not going to the playoffs. We'll put it that way to be nice. What's the goal? To get better, to impress, to a lot of people saying, play the young guys, see what you got for the future. Like, what's the goal of teams that are sitting at 2-5 and they don't have a postseason future?
Yeah, for the Dolphins, it's probably find out what you have on the roster. Once Tyreek got hurt and, obviously you get off to a 1-6 start, you really have to kind of figure out who is where. All the draft choices they had this past year, just throw them in there. Let's see who those dudes are. For the Falcons, it's tough because at 3-4, they still have, numbers wise, they have a chance to go to a postseason, and their excuse could easily be, hey, we had no Drake London, we had no Billy Bowman, Jalen Walker, our first round pick, has barely played with a hamstring, Michael Penix didn't play, we have beaten Buffalo at home, they took care of the Commanders a couple of weeks ago. That's what makes it so frustrating. They have a couple of really good wins that I just mentioned, and maybe the two most embarrassing losses on the NFL season, losing 34-10 to the Dolphins and 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers a week ago. So for them, it's maybe try to figure out how you find the Buffalo game every week and play to that capacity and flush out these other ones. The problem is they have an offensive coordinator who Kurt Warner basically said is boring and predictable. He never was an OC anywhere. I think he's only been in the NFL 4 years total. He was working for Pro Football Focus charting plays about 5 years ago. That's your offensive coordinator. Raheem Morris, unfortunately, great guy. I love Raheem, but he was terrible as Tampa's head coach. And now in year 2 in Atlanta, it looks like maybe this guy isn't a head coach and he's just a coordinator. And guess what? That's what some people's lot in life are. We'll take Mike McDaniel to come be our offensive coordinator in Atlanta and start from there. I think that would be a good place.
Yeah, you know what, John? Your team might suck top to bottom. You want everybody replaced, but you mother bleepers in Atlanta are spoiled. My buddies flew up for the game.
Uh-huh.
They bought 5 dogs, couple brews, spent less than $20.
Yep.
You mother bleepers are so damn spoiled. I looked up the pricing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. $2 hot dogs, $3 waffle fries, $6 beers, $4 souvenir refillable cup, a cheeseburger's $5. I mean, they're living the life up there, Mercedes-Benz. Who cares if you have to watch Kirk Cousins?
Look, that is the greatest thing that Arthur Blank has ever done. When they put this $1 billion+ stadium together, they said, we're going to have affordable food, if nothing else. And it is awesome. Like, to get a soda and pay $4, and they have fountains everywhere. So you just walk back, and it's like a 7-Eleven. You go ahead and refill that thing. I don't eat hot dogs. I think hot dogs are a disgusting food. So you could keep the $2 hot dogs. But a $5 cheeseburger, my fat ass could eat those all day, every day. Now, I come to Hard Rock, I try to get myself a vodka and Red Bull, and the next thing I know, I've mortgaged my house. I've had to take out a second mortgage to do that.
It's essentially South Beach. We're still calling beers brews in 2025.
Either brews or brewskis, right, John?
Are we still calling beers brews?
I'm not sure. What I want to know is in 2025 why Crowder's over there looking like Cameron from Dipset with the do-rag and the flat brim hat. Like, what do we got going on here, bro?
I'm bringing it back, John.
I mean,
I'm still Laffy Taffy Fabo, man. I still dress.
That's great. What a great observation by John Michaels there. Funny.
Well, now, hold on. I got to stop you there. So my son Kane has braids, and he's got mixed hair. So he's got more white in his hair as far as it being kind of thin. So he's got to wear the do-rag. You got a full head of dreadlocks. Like, what do you need a do-rag for? Is that just for the hat?
Because the dreads get fuzzy, and I have to keep them for the podcast and any TV I do. So I literally wear a wave cap my entire life, other than right before the camera turns on.
Okay.
He saves the good hair for the shows that matter.
We're on radio now. We got to be streamed and all this crap, man. I didn't expect this.
Hey, quickly before we run out of time, John, were you nervous during the first half of the Kane-Stanford game?
Nervous, no. Pissed off, yes. I was booing not the players on the field, but the inside run that kept getting called over and over again. And I know I heard Mario Cristobal on with Joe Rose, and we're just going to continue to run our things, and we need to execute better. James Brockermeyer was getting thrown out the club. Like, he literally was getting lifted and thrown into the backfield, and it was killing the inside run. But I was never nervous. Like, watching Stanford, they had the one scripted drive. Great. All the nerds over there came up with a scripted 15-play drive, and they scored. They had no chance of blocking Miami's offensive line. Look, I expect a lot the same this Saturday at noon in Dallas, Texas. Rhett Lashley's going to pull up every piece of garbage he has as far as reverses and trick plays and double passes. And you got a lot of former Miami players there. They're going to be really motivated to get things done. That team's not as good as they were a year ago. If Miami goes up there and just plays physical, they should beat the hell out of SMU up front, both sides of the ball, and get things done. And I think they got a good chance to go up there and win. And then I'll be down next week to take care of Fran Brown, because we got a little payback for that dude who cost us a college football playoff a year ago.
You ain't lying.
And John, we talked about earlier, should the Canes start getting some style points in? Because they dropped in the AP by winning a game.
Oh, don't get me started on this stupid SEC bias. I mean, do the AP, and you know what? I'm going to say this for AP voters, your votes after next week no longer matter. Nobody's going to give a damn about your votes because it gets to the playoffs. But Crowder, to your point, yes, they do need to start putting some style points. I think that's why they scored the touchdown at the end. And if you had Hard Rock bet minus 30.5, you were screaming.
Or team total over 37.5. I couldn't believe it. No one can kneel on a clock or run out the clock better than Mario. They had no business other than needing style points or needing points. That team total 37.5 was dead in the water. I couldn't believe what transpired.
I'm surprised, like at a 7-7 halftime, you didn't probably try to remake your money with something in the second half.
I tried, no joke, to sell the bet. They were offering me a buyout. It was $50 team total. With about, I don't know, a few minutes left in the game, they offered me $47 for the bet, and I hit cash out, and I had already missed the window.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, I can't believe I missed the window. And then they covered the team total. What an unbelievable final score.
To the point of the poll, though, the fact that Oregon wins 21-7 over a dog crap Wisconsin and goes nowhere, yet the two SEC teams, and take nothing away from Ole Miss and nothing away from Vanderbilt. Good wins. They jumped 2 ACC teams. Poor Georgia Tech's undefeated and gets jumped. I'll be glad when the SEC cannibalizes itself over the next month and a couple of those teams disappear.
All right, John Michaels. So I'm guessing the tenor in Atlanta sports radio today was fire everyone.
It was so like there's certain days we have to actually do work and prepare for a show, and you got to come up with topics. You know how it is in June. Well, you guys don't because you have Panthers hockey. We have nothing in June. Today was literally we threw out our phone number 404-231-1680 and just sat back and listened to people's. We were like Paul Feinbaum today, except we don't make $20 million a year.
People were just out of their minds, right?
Livid. Arthur Blank sell the team. Everybody
exactly what we had a week ago after the Cleveland game, because them losing to Miami was us losing to Cleveland.
I said this morning that the Falcons are the Browns, the Jets, and the Dolphins, which I think are the 4 worst teams, maybe the 4 worst organizations right now in the NFL. And the Dolphins should never be in that mix. Thank you to the upper management and ownership group there, because they've ruined my Sundays as well.
No, you guys were in a Super Bowl about a decade ago. I'm sorry, John.
Super Bowl in.
We're in a class by ourselves.
John, you guys were in a Super Bowl 10 years ago, man. I'm sorry. And I know how that ended. I mean, that kind of sucks too. But at least you were in a mother bleeping Super Bowl, man. I don't know what that I don't know what that word means.
You don't know what the playoffs mean.
I don't know what the playoffs mean.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Am I right? You guys haven't won a playoff game since 2000?
25 years.
That's insane.
It's insane.
I grew up down there when the Dolphins it was guaranteed they were in the playoffs. Now they wet the bed in the playoffs usually, but come on, 25 years? Wow.
Well, it all started to change yesterday with a victory over the Falcons. We'll see you, John. We appreciate your time.
See you guys.
All right, John Michaels there from 680 The Fan in Atlanta. We got to take a break. We got a lot more to talk about, so do not go anywhere. Got to turn your mic on, though.
How's it on?
It wasn't. You were speaking way off to the side.
I'm gonna tell him about the showdown on the.
That sounds different to me than
my
what
mic
he did.
was on the red, but the red and red.
Where was he looking when he was talking? Because I wasn't looking at him.
His mic was off.
My
It
mic
was
wasn't
off.
on.
Yeah.
Y'all
Okay.
go to
all
hell.
right. It was off. No, he just said it was
Man,
off.
I'm leaving, y'all. I'm going to check out the showdown.
Light
at the
was off,
Sawgrass.
Channing. Light was off.
Light was on, Hoch. Y'all check out the showdown on the Sawgrass at Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Beautiful vehicles, and they're going to watch out for y'all. Check out the 2024 Chevy Silverado, and it's sitting right next to the 2024 GMC Sierra. Both beautiful trucks, and both with huge savings of $15,000 off. But you got to also look at the 2025 Chevy Equinox. You get a knockout lease deal on that for just $189 a month, and you have the Buick Encore show-stopping lease deal of only $139 a month. And in the grand finale, it's not on a lot, but you're going to get the deal. 0% financing on select models down at Sawgrass Auto Mall. When brands battle, you win. Silverados and Sierras up to $15,000 off. Equinox is $189 a month. Encore is $139 a month. And steal the show with 0% financing. With deals this good, the real champ is always you. And Ed Morris is always in your corner. I tell you all the time, from the trade-in to the purchase, to the lease, to the service. After you have the vehicle, they text you and email you when your car needs service. Man, I'm telling you, it's amazing to be backed by Moores. Visit Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall or go to edmoresawgrass.com.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
What about
Yeah,
FD
ain't
Florida
hard
and FD Sun?
How about FU? Uh-oh. Winning streak. Let's go. Celebrate.
We better take them where we can get them, baby.
If you think you're going to get the show that just goes, 2-6, do it against the team, you ain't getting that show. Maybe tomorrow, maybe even by the 5 o'clock hour. But you're not getting that all day today. No chance.
We, by far, had the best quarterback on the field yesterday.
Oh, without
Oh,
question. He looked, I mean, again, you throw for 200 yards. It's not exactly earth-shattering, but 4 touchdowns and no picks.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you ask of your quarterback? In fact, we've had the Mike Miller 1-shoe-3, right? And now we've got the Tua one-eye victory. Which one was more impressive? The 1-shoe-3 or the one-eye victory?
The one-eye victory for sure.
Yeah, I think so, right? I think we need to retire.
You
Yeah,
guys on drugs.
I
The
think
1-shoot-3 was a
that-
Game 7 of the NBA
it
Finals.
was one basket. This guy did it for a whole game. Hey, Mike Miller, play the whole game with one shoe, and maybe you got 2 of there. But I mean, this was an entire game with one eye.
And he overcame medical conditions. This dude just didn't tie his shoe tight enough.
He went 7 of 8 in
It's
the
his fault.
He went 7 of 8 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals to
No.
clinch the
What
series.
did he go with without a shoe on?
1 of 1.
Yeah, I mean, one shot. I mean, come on, anybody can do one shot. I've seen kickers hit a field goal with no shoe.
Anybody could do anything with one eye. Pirates navigated the high seas with one eye for centuries.
Hey, Mike, work on the double knot, okay? My kids can double knot.
Isn't he from an island, Tua? Isn't he from Hawaii?
Yeah.
I mean,
He-
come on.
Oh, he
Oh, 'cause
sailed over here.
I
he's a
mean, it's in
pirate.
his genetics, dude. Come on.
Hawaiians are
He
pirates.
sailed to Alabama out of high school.
The Heat, by the way, are offering fans value deals. You were singing the praises of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Mhm.
How about this? The Heat are offering fans value deals like $60 pizza deal, 4 pizzas, chips, and water, or a $40 hot dog deal, 4 glizzies, popcorn, and drinks. Grab-and-go stands on the 400 level also have $3 sodas, $8 beers, $3 snacks. Kids can enjoy $15 Bernie meals with a hot dog or chicken nuggets, a souvenir cup, fruit snacks, and a silicone bracelet. And if you want more info on the food and beverage deals, go to CaseaCenter.com. Speaking of snacks, goodies, and by the way, we've got Heat tickets to give away every day this week. Heat and Blazers, November 8th. So just keep listening for your chance to win. Speaking of snacks and goodies, our pal Channing Crowder showed up today with a bowl, like a carton container,
A cup of boiled peanuts.
cup of boiled peanuts,
Oh, delicious.
which he got at the gas station. I put video on Instagram because Leroy Horde was with me. Leroy Horde was like, yeah, I do not like boiled peanuts. And he's of the opinion that I am, which is the peanut is fine on its own. You don't need to change its consistency, its form. I mean, that's my argument with ice cream, right? The consistency is fine. You don't need to add sprinkles. The peanut is perfect on its own. You're taking one of God's perfected snacks, natural snacks, and you're goofing it up by getting all cutesy by boiling it and making it mushy.
Making it soft, putting flavor in it. I get the Cajun ones. It's spicy. It got a kick to it. It melts in your mouth. It's like a little peanut butter ball of wonderfulness.
No, I don't get it, man.
Disgusting.
I know the way a
Y'all have no
peanut is
palate.
supposed to crunch in your mouth, and like you crunch down, your teeth are going to hit each other. Like you don't even know what to expect. You don't even know what's happening.
You struggle to eat boiled peanuts.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for the resistance of the peanut.
You know the peanut comes out the ground, then it's roasted. The ones you like.
I think they come out crunchy though. They don't come out.
No, they don't. You don't just get.
They
it
don't
on-
come out mushy
If
though.
you get a peanut out of the dirt,
I've had a raw peanut before.
and it's not good.
Sometimes I got to raw dog that peanut.
A
Huh?
peanut.
Or-
If you eat a peanut out the ground, it's not good. It's prepared by roasting it. That's
But
what called
it
honey
doesn't-
roasted.
But we don't.
I
we don't.
boil,
we don't
you
change the
roast.
consistency.
But it's good. You like peanut butter. Peanut butter is mushed up peanuts.
No, That's
Yes,
it.
it
No,
is.
that's an ingredient in peanut butter. The peanut is just the peanut.
No, how do you think crunchy peanut? It's just not as smooth.
It's
as
an
peanut butter.
ingredient. It's an
It is
ingredient.
mushed up peanuts with oil.
I know what's supposed to be boiled. You got potatoes, maybe an egg, pasta. That's what you boil. You don't boil peanuts.
I feel
man.
like potatoes should be fried. The boiled potatoes.
You can fry an egg too.
Right, but I mean, how often are you boiling a potato rather than frying
to
one?
make mashed potatoes all the time.
So you boil potatoes more than fry them?
Yeah, I
Huh.
eat more mashed potatoes than I eat fried potatoes.
And those little
Really?
cute baby potatoes.
The
slice
best
in
with
half.
brisket on Rosh
Yeah.
Hashanah. You get the brisket and the little
The little
Del Monte
tight-
potatoes.
Oh,
Come
yes,
on, with
they're
the sauce.
boiled.
You have more boiled potatoes than fried potatoes
It's
in
not
your
even
life?
a question.
Really?
I eat more puree or mashed potatoes weekly than I do French fries for sure.
How often are you eating mashed potatoes?
Probably 2-3 times a week. I love mashed potatoes.
You got a body made by mashed
Such
potatoes.
a liar. Such a
Okay,
liar.
so
Why would I lie about that?
Why would I
When I think of like my favorite home cooked meal growing up, I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
Yeah.
It's puree, mashed potatoes,
Right.
and it's milanesa, which is like bistec empanizado, which is what you would order at La Carreta or whatever, Cafe Versailles. That to me is like with a Caesar salad. That to me is like my favorite childhood home cooked meal.
First off, you can't follow up a Spanish word with another Spanish word. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know, but think of pinacito.
You
It is
know
a
what you know what
pollera.
a bistec empanizado is?
No, I don't
get
know.
get
Yes,
out,
you
bro.
do.
Get
Yes,
out
you
A
more.
steak
then.
and panisado.
Yes, you know that
What is
because you love those little pork things that you buy.
Masa de
the
cerdo.
Masa
Masa
de
de
cerdo. You
cerdo.
know that term. So the bistec and panisado, that little thin breaded steak.
Oh,
That is
delicious.
so good,
That
man.
is delicious.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
get this right. So
Mhm.
y'all's
But I've never
pota-
seen that with mashed potatoes, to be quite honest.
That's like the go-to.
So
I'm not
y'all's
so certain.
y'all's potato, you can fry it, you can bake it, you can boil it, you can do all that to potatoes.
Right, because you
But
can't
the
eat
Only thing a peanut could be is roasted,
because you can't eat a potato in its original form. You can't.
and you
You
don't,
have to prepare it.
You can.
You absolutely.
you can bite a
absolutely.
So it's impossible to bite a potato out the ground,
no, but it's ridiculous. Nobody does that.
and it's ridiculous to eat a peanut.
no,
out
it is
the
not.
ground.
Raw peanuts
No
are.
one eats raw peanuts.
People eat raw peanuts all the time.
Yeah, they were called slaves and immigrants. I don't know. No one eats raw peanuts. They're roasted, and I can't boil mine. Seems a little one-sided.
Can't really argue with them after that.
I can, but I feel like it's going to be a losing proposition for me.
But you know why people don't eat boiled peanuts? Because they're disgusting. I'm not kidding.
That's why.
what-
Absolutely.
Hawk, when I walked into the studio, the smell in here was just putrid.
It's vile. It's vile.
He's just
And
got
peanuts
like,
smell good. Like everybody loves the smell of a
Right?
peanut. Everybody loves the crackle of a peanut. It's just vile.
and then you're finish eating the peanuts, so now you have the lid of the cup sitting there with a bunch of wet, moist, smell disgusting
And he
shells.
eats each peanut as if it was a sexual endeavor.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just vile.
You like what I brought you today?
These are fantastic. Where'd they go?
I ate them all.
Get out of here. I had one.
Okay.
I had one.
So no one likes boiled peanuts.
No.
The peanut patch, which is the peanuts I like that they have in gas stations,
Yeah.
it was founded in 1940.
Oh yeah, the big gas station food company.
They have cans in a number of stores. They sell them at Publix.
Right, because
Now they sell them at Publix. You know people eat them. Publix doesn't sell nothing nobody
have
buys.
you seen some of the stuff that they have at Publix? I like Rare Bit. What is Rare Bit? You ever seen that
No, what's
in the
that?
frozen? I don't know. I see that all the time because I at one time I thought it was Rabbit, and I'm like, wow, that's weird, but it's Rare Bit. You see that at Publix? There's
No.
no one that could be buying that.
No, but man, people love it. Yeah, you know what? I do think because y'all are both Miami
Welsh
dudes.
Rare Bit.
Chicago to Miami.
Oh, it
You're
actually
born and
sounds-
raised Miami. This is
Rare
a,
Bit sounds delicious now
What
that
is
I
it?
look at it, though. A savory dish of a hot cheese sauce served over toasted bread.
Mm.
Wow.
That's what is Rare Bit?
Put me down for some Rare Bit.
I was in
Looks
Publix
really
this
good,
morning.
man. I'm
It
looking
does
at it
look
right
good.
now. It looks delicious.
Got my turmeric and ginger so I can juice when I get home.
Mm.
Crowder, I'm not kidding. Before I met you and you would start bringing boiled peanuts into the studio, our previous studio, I had never heard of nor seen anybody eat a boiled peanut. I had never seen that in a gas station in my life.
What?
I swear.
I do believe it's a Bible Belt thing.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's the South, man. You drive through the South, holy mackerel. You can't, because they've got the street side vendors. They've got so it is rarer down here though. But I wouldn't even know what to do, because you have to make it yourself, right? It's like you got to take it's like ladling soup out of a thing to put it in the container.
You scoop it out?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to do it. It's way too intimidating.
Have you ever been to a buffet?
Well, like at Whole Foods, if I want to scoop some soup out of with a ladle into the soup container with peanuts, what are we doing? Am I supposed to mush them with the cap? It's like, so I would never go near that.
You're like
anyway.
fishing for them almost.
Yeah,
it's like you're at Petco and you're asking them to get you a clownfish.
Yeah. I'm looking for a guppy.
Each peanut has its own container.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Call a slotted spoon.
Whole thing is weird, man.
Scoop about 4 times, man. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, anybody who I see kind of just glancing at the boiled peanut vat, I'm like, yeah, keep an eye on that guy.
Hated me.
Stuff's about to go down.
I got out of line because I looked over because my gas station in Davie just got the boiled peanut vat. And I'm in line waiting, and I looked and said, oh.
You got all
and
excited.
I got out of line. 3 people skipped me. I had to go get me some boiled peanuts.
15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored is brought to you by the Lexus TX. Room for all your passions and 3 rows of luxurious comfort. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. This is from the Sun Sentinel looking ahead to Thursday night's game, just so you know what we're up against. Dolphins, by the way, are 7-point home underdogs to Baltimore on Thursday. So I don't think Vegas thought per se that the Dolphins' performance yesterday was indicative of things to come. Sun Sentinel writes, the Dolphins get a Ravens team in desperation de facto playoff mode, with them likely getting Lamar Jackson back into the fold. Jackson has largely torched the Dolphins over his career, with him piling up a passer rating of over 140 in the 3 games, in 3 of the team's 4 games, with him also running wild for 162 yards on 16 non-kneel down rushes, which is 10 yards per carry against the Dolphins, as the Ravens offense piled up 146 points, 48.7 points per game. But the one stark exception was the one time Jackson faced the Dolphins at night, a Thursday night in 2022. I think we all remember it at Hard Rock Stadium. In that one, the Dolphins won 22-10 on a night Jackson was saddled with a 73.6 passer rating and needed 9 runs to churn out only 39 rushing yards. Incredibly, that game was the last time Tua Tagovailoa ran for a touchdown.
Oh, bring it back to us.
So we got stuff to look forward to.
If I remember correctly, that game started a 7-game win streak. Miami was 1-8 before that game, or 1-7 before that game.
Do you remember the conversation
7 straight
before that game? Because I remember it. It was much like the conversation going into the Atlanta game, but worse because of what Lamar Jackson had done to us previously.
1-7 going into that game. They win that game. They win 7 straight, and then they end up losing the playoffs. They finish the season 9-8. Brian Flores gets fired.
Game Day Uncensored, by the way, will air Thursday on this station beginning at 4 p.m. So Thursday we'll be on from 2 to 4. And then I think it's Josh Appel with you on Game Day Uncensored Thursday.
It is.
How about that? Josh Appel and Solana will get you ready for game night, 4 p.m. right here.
The mystery of Lamar Jackson scares the hell out of me on Thursday.
Yeah.
How healthy is he?
Is he healthy? He obviously wasn't healthy enough to go yesterday.
Yes. Or was he healthy enough? And they were, because they won yesterday.
Slow played it
for the Dolphins. Come back on primetime. He's back home. They still got Derrick Henry. You know, like what is Anthony Weir preparing for? Last year's Lamar film? He hadn't played in a month and a half? That mystery of Lamar is really worrying me about this game.
Forget about it being primetime and him being here. He would have had to have played had he gone yesterday, 2 games in 5 days. It's just not smart. So why not hold him out, try to go get one against the Bears, which they did, by the way. They had a whole week to prepare for it and the bye week. They were coming off a bye week. And then now he gets to play against the Dolphins Thursday night and he'll have 13 days to get ready.
Right.
Or whatever,
Dolphins
10
are on the
days.
short week. Lamar isn't.
Yes.
Rest of the Ravens are, but Lamar isn't.
Lamar's on an 8-week rest. Is he rusty
I don't know.
or is he well rested?
We'll see.
The Lamar thing's hurting.
Do guys like Lamar get rusty? Kirk Cousins was rusty. He was a definition of rusty yesterday. And like you said, he's booty. But I think he was also a little rusty. He had Darnell Mooney wide open down the middle of the field, just ran a post pattern, threw the ball 30 feet above him. It almost hit the projector in the middle of the field.
But that's a way to make sure no one intercepts it as well.
He was bad. Some of them outs, those third down outs, the running comebacks.
I mean, he looked awful.
It
It was embarrassing.
said
And
sailing
I
it.
love him. I told you after that quarterback series on Netflix, like I love this guy. He was so bad. I couldn't even imagine being a Falcons fan and sitting through that performance. And then I thought, oh, no, wait. I did sit through that performance the week before against Cleveland.
Yeah.
He had to have around the same QBR that Tua had in the Cleveland game.
Oh, had to.
Right? Probably better.
And in about 12 hours, he's going to receive a $4 or $5 million direct deposit for
Yeah.
that game.
That kind of takes the sting off. All right, headlines are brought to you by Durrell Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
Yeah, the Dolphins yesterday, they literally just said, okay, we're going to put another fat guy up front. And it worked,
Yep.
man. You had more big guys up front than you have all season. And Mike McDaniel's adjustment worked. The Dolphins were able to run the football compared to last week, where I think the Dolphins were 1 of 13 on third down. They had 24 first downs, 7 of 15 on third and fourth downs, 141 rushing yards. They had 3 touchdowns on 5 trips to the red zone. The other 2 ended in field goals for my guy, Riley Patterson,
Can't kick him long, though.
which cashed in yesterday over 1.5 field goals.
That was a nice little prop you had.
Yeah, plus even money yesterday, plus 100.
I had
Easy.
this was one of those things that the Hard Rock made. I hadn't even thought of it, but under game specials, I bet Devon Achane to have over 25 yards rushing in each half, and it was like plus 125. And I'm like, why is this plus? What am I missing here? So I bet it, and it cashed. I was very surprised by that bet.
Those don't normally cash though. That's actually a tough. If you really think about it,
Well-
plus 25 yards in each half, or in each quarter
No,
rather.
each half.
Half.
Oh, half.
Each half, but each quarter would have been plus 1,000. Each half,
That's crazy.
right?
You don't never slide us those bets on the text.
What
I
line.
couldn't believe it when I saw it. I'll get you started on this Matas Buzelis because I'm so torn on what to do with him tonight.
They were shadow banning him.
They
Huh?
shadow banned him.
But when you say you're torn on what to do with him tonight, why are you torn? Just don't bet him.
Well, no. How could I not bet him? How could I not bet him? What are you talking about? Because the thing is, his opening night, he went over, I think it was 14 and a half. Then this weekend, he's like at 16 and a half or 17 and a half. Who's their coach? Billy Donovan?
Yes.
Plays him 13 minutes. He starts, and then he plays 13 minutes, and he scores 3 points. I don't understand. He got shadow banned. Well, wouldn't you think that would affect tonight's point total for Matas Buzelis? Because you don't know how many minutes he's going to play. You don't know if he's injured. Like, why'd you only play him 13 minutes? There must be a reason. His over-under tonight, 17 and a half. They're begging me to play the under. I'm not playing a Buzelis under the entire season. I'm not playing a Buzelis under until he wins MVP.
What is that? Was there any justification for why he didn't play as much?
Yeah, Chauncey Billups.
What did Chauncey have to do with it?
Yeah, it has something to do with everything. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Open your eyes.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of the Dolphins running back situation with Achane's overs unders, they're giving a lot of work to Ollie.
He
should have
looked
been
good finally.
And Devon's receiving touchdown, Ollie Gordon was wide the hell open. He could have thrown it left, and he just turned and threw it back right to Achane. So it worked what they're doing with their approach, and Jalen Wright's getting some
He got
burn
in
down.
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, like I love it, but it's going to affect some of Devon's overs.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but you have to be able to block the way that they blocked yesterday. And look, the Falcons came in with a good defense. I know they're a little banged up. They came in with a good defense. You saw some of the schemes that McDaniel worked in where he threw like that. It was like a fake handoff, and then it was a screen to Devon, I think, or maybe it was Ollie Gordon, where there's like two guys coming out, they're blocking. I don't mean you would know the technical
the
terms.
Ollie Gordon touchdown, the 20-yarder.
Yeah,
genius, like game plan. Like that's the cutesy
the play
stuff.
design, man.
Played to him, had another guy flash in front of him. Like he did that. But you know what else they also did? Did you see the I formation with Alec Ingold sitting at fullback and running and hitting? They were running basic football. It wasn't that cutesy stuff. They got back to basic runs and sprinkled in some of the cute screens. That's what we did in 2020.
They tried that before where they've just tried to run ahead and they just haven't had any kind of push whatsoever?
And if you go and get Sabani Yehe, that's his thing. Run behind. Like the RPO thing obviously wasn't working. We're one of the worst rushing teams in the league. They went and tried to run downhill against the Falcons, and it worked. Hopefully they keep it up, and I do believe that's why Ollie Gordon got more burn because he's a gigantic human being. Yeah. He's 6'2", 230. Like, yeah, Devon does a lot of things. If you want to go get 2 yards, let Ollie run his big ass in there.
That was the idea going into the season. It just hadn't worked.
It looked good yesterday. I'm taking it as, okay, this is what they're going to do moving forward, but Mike McDaniel has surprised me in the past.
They're just two bad teams yesterday.
Don't do that. We said
listen, Baltimore's not a good team either. No. Thursday night. I mean, they're not good.
I'm with you. That was my takeaway yesterday. It's not that I'm poo-pooing the win. I had a ton of fun yesterday. I felt good for Tua. I felt great for Savat Inaya. You saw him breaking down the in the locker room yesterday.
Kevin Harlan was giving him mad love on the broadcast too.
I felt great for these guys, for McDaniel, like not to get to the podium. Yep. Following Kim Bokamper, calling the team trash, and then just like looking miserable. I genuinely felt good for these guys. But my takeaway was, I mean, we expected them to get spanked by the Falcons, and they spanked the Falcons. Football is just so weird when you have two bad teams.
They shut down Bijan Robinson.
Nothing.
How was that possible?
How?
They loaded up the box.
How was that possible? Well, then why didn't they load up the box against Rico Dowdle? How was that possible?
They put the tackles in the B gap, the ends outside the tackles, and they walked the linebacker up. You're not pulling. They have a counter game. The Falcons do the counter game with Bijan to get the big guys. If you have a head-up guy on everyone on the line, you can't pull anybody because they're just going to chase behind them and go make the tackle. The Dolphins said, you're not pulling a lineman, so find another way to run the ball. But now you walk guys up, you take guys out of secondary. Anthony Weaver believed that his corners could cover the Falcons receivers.
By the way,
they did a great job.
I think I saw Storm Duck is out for the season, by the way.
Oh.
Then he played like 10 snaps or something.
He got injured.
Carted off.
I think I saw that he's out for the season.
You want to know why the Dolphins were able to stop Bijan Robinson? What Crowder just said is actually what they did. Obviously,
X and O.
But what I know happened yesterday, they saw the first Kirk Cousins pass attempt, and they're like, "Bro, this guy can't beat us.
Let him beat us with his arm." Sure,
I dare you.
Hey, check booty. We got booty. Everybody in the box.
Everybody, right? Because okay, Bijan can beat us. This guy can't.
No.
Storm Duck has been ruled out for the remainder of the season with a knee injury per Mike McDaniel.
Wait, tears ACL?
I don't know.
Was it knee before? Was it ankle?
He's had a couple different injuries this year.
No, out for the season. By the way, Thursday night, Crowder and I and Jimmy and Josh Appel, after he's done on Game Day Uncensored, we're all going to be at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park watching the Dolphins-Ravens game. We're just going to kind of sidle up at a table there. Mm-hmm. They'll have the games on TV. I think the Heat play that night as well. Probably have if they can figure out how to turn off that one pickleball channel that they can't turn off at Funky Buddha, they're going to put the Heat game on. That's the Wemby game?
Yeah.
Oh, have you watched this guy?
Stupid.
It's
stupid.
You can't, my son called me yesterday and he goes, "What can you do?" And I go, "You just have, if you're an opponent, you have to hope that his body doesn't hold up."
That's not what it is.
I mean, there's literally nothing you can do. There was a sequence yesterday, 2 blocks down the court, logo 3.
I know what you're talking about.
Unbelievable.
The answer, I thought about this too. This is not just off the cuff. Get him before he goes up and foul the hell out of it. Like almost hack a Wemby.
Yeah. I guess so.
Wrap him up when he gets
make
in
him
the
take
lane,
a physical toll.
Wrap him up, rake his elbows. Just let him shoot fouls. Let him just hack a Wimby. I mean, hack a Wimby like hack a Shaq. Only chance you have a chance to stop him.
He's legit good though, man. Like,
he's good. It's not like, oh, he's a tall guy, and he's good. He's crossing people up.
He's skilled.
It's crazy.
It was amazing to watch KD move at that size. That's an alien. He moves like KD, and he's bigger than KD.
Crazy. Anyway, we're gonna be at Funky Buddha on Thursday night, is what I was trying to say. So we're gonna watch the Dolphins game. Heat game will be on as well. But anyone's welcome to come on out, and there's got great food and beer and just a good old time at Funky Buddha Thursday night. Me, Crowder, Jimmy, and Josh Appel, and some other special surprises.
We have Eat the Enemy. What we got?
That's a great question. Let me
Gotta
find
be
out
seafood.
from Chef Jeff. It's
Gotta
gotta
be,
be
crab cakes.
That's
what we said.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. Let's give that to DBJ this week.
That's good.
Unless the Ravens win.
He's a wedding crasher hater though.
I watched what's the Bobby Billy Bobby?
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby. I watched that
Nights.
over the weekend because it was on one of the
Talladega
channels.
Nights.
And I don't watch it that often.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Thank you.
It's pretty funny.
So good.
Yeah.
Why pretty funny? Why can't you just admit you loved it?
I didn't love it. I mean, I don't know what you want me to
Well,
tell
I think you loved it, Hoch. I can tell. I can tell.
The dad, Ricky Bobby's dad, just by himself.
And so his dad, I thought, was funnier than Will Ferrell.
He's hilarious.
Putting the panther in the car, the cougar, that was funny. That was funny.
Fight your fear, son.
How do you get kicked out of an Applebee's?
That was funny. It was funny. We're gonna have a nice gourmet meal, and all of a sudden they're at Applebee's. Like, there was some funny stuff, but I didn't love it.
The prayer. Come on.
The prayer, I've always maintained that was a funny scene.
Dear sweet baby Jesus. He's a man.
I like the baby Jesus better.
I like the baby version better. His balled up little hands, can't even open his eyes.
Bro, but the end, Sacha Baron Cohen is so damn funny in that movie. The French guy.
Yeah. He's it's some interesting parts with old Sasha.
Mm-hmm. All right, your weather. You didn't watch the ending, did you?
I've seen the movie a dozen times.
Okay. Watch Step Brothers again.
I don't think Sacha Baron Cohen is that funny in real life or in that movie. I don't.
Okay.
I
Borat?
Ali G was creative.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
it still holds
right.
up.
It was creative.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he's done beyond that is like, okay, I get it. I got you.
Ali G is Tom Green. That was the next
but
step.
a little
Tom
bit
Green.
funnier because Tom Green was just a dopey, like he was leaning into I'm a dopey guy. Ali G was leaning into I'm the smartest guy in the room while being the dopey guy.
And he had characters. Tom was just Tom.
Yeah, I mean,
goofy.
his outfits were brilliant. The facial hair was brilliant. Like, Ali G was funny. But then Sacha Baron Cohen has gotten progressively worse.
I disagree. I think Borat was one of the funniest movies ever made. And he just made This Is America, which was a series on HBO about 5 years ago. That was laugh out loud funny. Every single episode was unbelievable.
I watched it. He does the uncomfortable humor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, 60 Minutes has done that for years. They make people uncomfortable with an interview. It's a hard-hitting interview.
I thought talking about humor. I was like,
Well, some of it turns out to be funny.
60 Minutes.
I
is
can
a
see
comedy?
Alaska from my backyard. That was funny.
What's that lady's name?
Sarah Palin. I put on my text thread with Ryan and Casey and Chef Jeff, what's the Eat the Enemy for Thursday night? Ryan says Raven. And then Chef says, correct, fried raven. I think they're pulling my leg.
I think I just take those wings again. She has some wings, Chef Jeff.
I think they're pulling my leg.
All right, your weather, man. I didn't read any headline, but World Series tonight, Monday Night Football tonight as well. Your weather in South Florida, partly cloudy tonight. The lows, they're going to drop into the mid 70s, upper 70s. It's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com. That's your weather report.
All right. We'll talk more Dolphins here in a minute.
That's me, man. You can't just point at me. What's going on here?
We covered it before the segment started.
Man, I get lost.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
I'm thinking. I'm formulating opinions.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about Barasation Cohen.
All right. We'll come back in a second here. Right after this.
Association going.
He got going.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. What's your favorite spot to go to?
Oh, yes. Y'all did tell me I get to talk about
I know,
Tootsies.
I told you.
Oh, my goodness. Y'all got to get to Tootsies. You know what? Because I have been going there so long, since 05. Got there here in 05, found my place of happiness, and I'm going to continue to go for years and years. Y'all got to get to Tootsies. Game days from the Dolphins and the Canes game. Hard Rock Stadium is right around the corner. Before you go to the game, get your pregame in at Tootsies. They're open from noon to 6 a.m. every single day. 18 hours of fun. It's the largest strip club in the world. They have food specials. The food's delicious. $100 bottles, half-price drinks until 8 p.m. every single day. Gigantic establishment, beautiful entertainers. They'll be in there for 20. They'll be in there for another 20 years. Great entertainment, spacious, full liquor bars. Y'all get the touches. TVs everywhere. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer. Every fight, MMA, boxing. They're gonna have all the entertainment on. And during commercials, they're gonna be more entertainment on the stages. Y'all get the touches. But like I said, before football games at Hard Rock, you go see the Canes. Go before. Go after. You won't sit there in traffic. Before you go home, go to Tootsie's, relax, let the traffic die down. No cover on game days before 6 p.m. and half-price drinks and no cover all night with Canes and Dolphins tickets. You got to go to Tootsie's. They have a luxury transportation service to and from home games with a reservation and VIP purchase and tailgate takeover, $10 menu, and the food is off the chain. I'm telling you, it's a full kitchen now. It's not just some bar food thrown in the oven. They have a tailgate takeover, $10 menu from noon to 5 p.m. on Sundays. You catch that first game, get your lunch in, chicken wings, smash burger fries, fried shrimp and fries, cheese pizza, chicken nachos, all for $10 on Sunday from noon to 5 p.m. Head to Tootsie's Cabaret. 12 to 6 a.m., whenever you want to go over there, it's going to be a good time. Great drinks, great food. Go to tootsiescabaret.com for more information.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I have this fantasy, I've had this for years, of becoming obese and bedridden and just watching TV all day and having people bring me food. You know what? It's not time. It is not boiled peanut time. Of course not. All right, I tell you all the time, Twin Peaks can be your headquarters for the entire football season. Nothing like hunkering down at Twin Peaks, watching some college or pro football like Miami and Baltimore Thursday night, or Canes SMU Saturday afternoon. Also, you've got hockey, basketball, MLS playoffs, Toronto and LA in the championship baseball series. It is all right there at Twin Peaks. If basketball is your thing, the bar stools and corner booths rival courtside seats. The Lodge can be your hoops headquarters all season long. October, only a few days left, but October is National Dessert Month. And so through Thursday at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like their Cinnamon Toast Crunch cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with vanilla ice cream and a warm Ghirardelli brownie. You can pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Go there for a little happy hour Monday Night Football tonight. Whatever your preference, they've got everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. Don't forget about their 29-degree drafts. There are Twin Peaks all over South Florida for you to enjoy. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views. You want to give away these Heat tickets? We have a pair of Heat tickets to give away every day this week. It's for Heat and Blazers. Was that the 8th or the 9th of November? 7th or the 8th of November? Anybody know?
I'll look it up for you right now.
The 8th.
The 8th. All right. Heat and Blazers. Little simmering feud with the Blazers still. Heat and Blazers, November 8th at the Kaseya Center. What caller number should we give these tickets to?
11.
For
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
You learned his name.
He did his thing. I learned your name when you balled now.
Triple J.
He had the sophomore slump. It seems like he
He
figured
did
out.
have a sophomore slump. Everything seems a little bit energized. I don't know, how much you put on having Jimmy away from the team and the surroundings. Like, I don't know how much credence you give that, but this looks like a very energized team. They did not look energized last season.
I think a lot of it away from emotion. This all has to do with Jimmy being away from the team. Not because they're better without Jimmy Butler. We'll see.
Like a guy taking up space in the corner.
But they don't have somebody who has to slow the offense down to be successful. Jimmy can't play at that pace and be the best player, right? He's doing it with Golden State to a certain extent, but he's not the best player there. He's constantly trying to set somebody else up. Eric Spoelstra said, okay, no more Jimmy Butler. Let's turn the page. We're going to play so fast this season. I don't know if you guys saw what I sent you, but Miami entering yesterday's game was leading the league in multiple categories of pace, but it's the way that they're doing it. So last year, the 76ers.
And by the way, you're going to give this stat. Jimmy is taking the callers right now. It's caller 11 gets a pair of Heat tickets, Heat Blazers, 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. If you don't win them right now, you're going to have another chance tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Caller 11, though, right now is going to get the Heat tickets, 305-567-0560.
Sorry, I jumped right into stat mode, but listen to this. So you can see that this isn't just the Heat being fluky, beating the Grizzlies. They got hot, and then they beat the Knicks, first game of a 3-game road trip. This isn't fluky stuff. It's the way Miami has totally changed their approach offensively. Last year, the 76ers set 37.9 per 100 possessions. They set screens last season. So per 100 possessions, they set 37 screens per game, right? That was the lowest of the tracking era back in 2018, 2019. Miami is averaging 22 on-ball picks per 100 possessions. So it's not just like they're screening less. Think about the gap there. The least ever tracked back in 18-19 was 37 per 100 possessions. Through 3 games, Miami's averaging 22. They're not setting ball screens anymore. They're not waiting for the shot clock to get down to 5 to then finally go try to get to the free throw line. They're spreading everything out. It's one-on-one isolation, get into the paint, and either shoot the mother bleeping basketball or pass it to somebody, and there's so much movement on the offense. It's tailor-made to the type of roster they have, and it's tailor-made to a guy like Jaime Jaquez Jr., who really the only thing he's good at was getting to the paint. But, I mean, if you're not paying attention to Heat basketball, I'm not telling you they're going to win the East. I don't know. But it's easy to come into the season. They've done it every year, right, Hawk? Pace. We're going to play with more pace this year. They tried to do it last year. They weren't playing with more pace. They finished 3 straight seasons bottom 10 in offensive rating and in pace. This year, they might end up being the fastest paced team in the NBA. Think about the difference in that. It's a totally different team, and it's fun.
Somebody tweets at me, Buzelis fouled out, Hawk. Now, I know he fouled out, but he didn't foul out in the first 12 minutes of the game. He got 12 minutes because he was in foul trouble. I understood that. But at some point, being in foul trouble doesn't mean you keep him on the bench all game, Billy Donovan. I mean, to foul out with 12 minutes played? What's going on here? Launch an investigation.
Please keep his hands off of people. I don't know about the per 100 receptions and 37 since 1942. They're more exciting to watch. I don't like to drag in the mud. I don't like to slow the game down. Let's keep it to 85 and see who wins this game. The last 4 minutes, 120s. I love this. I love this style of basketball. To your point, is it going to work? Can they continue that pace? Tyler comes back. I don't know, but it's more fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. They're putting up points, and you got a guy like Norman Powell who can put up buckets. Like, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Night.
It's
29.
Fun.
That's the thing, though. If you don't have a guy that's just going to go out there, just flat out basketball skill, just run.
Well,
just
and
down the
how many games last season would be like, well, who's going to get the points tonight? Who's going to score tonight? You know who the scorer is, and that makes it more fun, I think, as a fan.
But through 3 games last year, okay, fine, Tyler was going to get you whatever, right? 25 points. Bam, towards the end of the season, when he finally got out of his slump, was going to get you 18. Then what? Like you were,
right, there was nothing else.
You were praying for Duncan to give you 12 off the bench.
By the way, Duncan had a game yesterday.
Yeah,
was it yesterday or Saturday? He had a game.
Yeah, big time game. Pistons won yesterday too. But yesterday, you have Jaime contributing, Nico contributing, Simone Fontecchio. I have to play for you. We have the cuts. What Jax is doing on the broadcast with Simone Fontecchio, he's just yelling out different pastas. Rigatoni! Every time he hits a 3.
That's my kind of call.
I mean, every time he hits a 3, and that's back-to-back games where double digits. Like, they have balance for the first time, maybe ever. Going back to the Big 3 era, they have balance.
Somebody on the video chat says Jimmy looks like he's doing a fundraiser. Yeah, when Jimmy's like hunched over the phone, it's like an old PBS fundraiser. He's picking up the phone. He's taking donations. You got a winner, Jimmy? You got a winner for the tickets?
I sure do.
What was the guy's name? First name and city.
Andres from Fort Lauderdale.
All right. Congratulations, Andres. You're going to the Heat. All right. We got to take a break here. We got headlines coming up for the 4 o'clock hour. We'll get back into the Dolphins. I've got stock up, stock down, all that good stuff that we talk about after a game. So do not go anywhere on this celebratory Monday.
Y'all better not go one more day living with any chronic pain, because the South Florida's QC Kinetic doctors are standing by to show you how your own body can treat that pain without the need of drugs or surgery. If you go to the doctor, they'll offer you that script to go get drugs. What's your closest pharmacist? And surgeons, let me tell you a little secret. They wake up in the morning and do surgeries. They go to school to do surgeries. Look into another option. It's called regenerative medicine. And QC Kinetics at the forefront nationwide of this innovative chronic pain relieving treatment system. Thousands of people have been helped. And now it's time for you to find out for yourself how you can help yourself with the help of QC Kinetics. I went in there, broke my heels. Everybody makes fun of me, but I did, because I was trying to do cheerleading stuff with my nieces and my daughter, and it didn't work. They were telling me to put me in cast. They wanted to do, put me in a wheelchair for 3 months. I said, you know what? Let me go to QC Kinetics, see what their ideas are. And it was way better. They gave me PRP shots. They gave me healing lasers. First treatment, limped in, walked out. Second treatment, I was good. I'm right back in the garage working out, playing basketball with my daughter, running around with Chaz. I'm telling you, you have to go to QC Kinetics and see how they can help you. Give them a call today. Don't replace it. Regenerate it. 844-77-REGEN. That's 844-777-3436. Tell them that I sent you down there, and you'll receive a free consultation and $500 off your first treatment. They're going to watch out for you, and they have a brand new office on Southeast 7th Street in Fort Lauderdale. They're expanding because it works. Don't replace it. Regenerate it. 844-77-REGEN. That's 844-777-3436.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I'm going to flip your chair over if I wasn't in this wheelchair.
All right. So, a couple things I want to cover before we get into headlines. Yes, Mike McDaniel did give everyone a game ball after the Dolphins' victory yesterday. It's what he does.
It's terrible.
The victories have been few and far between. Here's the problem that I have with that. Tua had a phenomenal game.
Mhm.
Ollie Gordon had a phenomenal game. Does Tua, playing with one eye, feel the same pride in that game ball when he looks at it and he knows that Nick Westbrook-Akine got one?
No.
Like, that's the part. I get it. The team stuck together. There was a lot of adversity. Everybody had written us off. We came out, had a nice victory. Certainly, it's a team victory. But, I mean, should Nick Westbrook-Akine get a game ball for having a touchdown go off his face?
No. It waters down what a
It
game ball is.
waters down. Tua earned one.
Yes.
He earned one.
I thought about this on the other side because the player of that game was Tua. Let's be honest.
Yes.
What, 4 guys had
Four
one touchdown?
4 tutties and no picks.
Yeah.
You can't ask for better.
You can argue Waddle with 99 yards receiving. Tua was the big problem for 2 weeks with
Right.
all the media stuff. I can't just give Tua a game ball
Interesting.
because there was already problems with him being the team cancer, telling on people. Now I'm praising him for what he did to the team for 2 weeks.
Interesting.
That's what I was thinking.
Should have been a test for Tua. Only give it to Tua, see what he does with the game ball. Then you put the onus on Tua to give it to everybody.
Does
Right.
Tua need pressure like that?
No.
Solana?
I like what Solana said, but I take it a step further. Tua, I'm going to allow you to give out the game ball and see what he does. Does everyone get one? Does he only give one to himself, which would be funny? Yeah, I like that. Turn it into a test.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all fellas, man. I know I played great.
Let's do headlines here because I have stuff I want to get into this hour. Stock up, stock down, all that stuff from the Dolphins. So headlines brought to you by Darrell Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Darrell Hyundai or DarrellHyundai.com. By the way, during the commercial break, I checked the Matas Buzelis line. That's what I do. It was down to 16.5, minus 125, mind you, but it was down to 16.5. It was 17.5. I put $75 on the Buzelis over tonight, just so you know. If you want to tail that.
I'm good.
Or if you want to fade that, it's up to you.
Commanders Chiefs tonight, just on ESPN.
You know what the
Just when I'm
line is
looking
for
at
that
it.
game?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it.
Minus 10.5. It's on the TV, Hawk.
Oh, it was 10 on the Hard Rock app.
Whew.
10?
10.
Is Jaden playing?
No,
No.
he's out.
Man, they're smart.
Marcus
know.
Mariota, right? That's the
Yeah.
backup.
Yeah. 10 seems like a lot of points. It also seems like way too little for this game.
And it's at Kansas
Yeah.
City. He has Rice back. Rice went crazy
They're
last
rolling.
week.
Prime
They're rolling.
time.
Yeah. No, I'd lay the 10.
Lay the 10.
Yeah, I might do that right now. I might take the Dolphins. What'd you say they were on Thursday?
7.
7-point dogs?
Yeah.
I might take the Dolphins plus 7.
I don't think I'm bet the game.
7.5 now, by the way. 7.5.
Is it the 1-6 Dolphins or is it the team that won by?
I don't
30?
know.
I'm of the belief we're going to get the Cleveland team, but I don't know. We'll see what happens Thursday night. I did, by the way, lose for the first time this season the Tua rushing over. It was 2.5. He never took off, never had a need to, and I was actually fearful that he was going to get 3 or 4 yards somewhere and then kneel on it at the end because it was one of those games. So, but the Tua rushing over did not cash. I'm looking for Thursday night. It's already posted. Tua over on rushing is at 2.5 yards once again. Achan 62.5. Ollie Gordon 22.5. You want to guess Derrick Henry for Thursday night?
65.
71?
88.5. They do not believe, when I say they, I mean Vegas. They do not believe the defense that you saw stop Bijan Robinson yesterday is going to be the same defense you see Thursday.
If Lamar plays, they can't run that 5 across.
Would you like to know the Lamar Jackson over-under on rushing?
Oh, that's hard coming off injury. 30, 33.
I was going to say 30.
34.5.
He's going to take off.
34. Oh, by the way, I told you we're going to be at Funky Buddha Thursday night watching the game. I did get the actual menu item from Chef Jeff.
Ooh.
So if you want to come out Thursday, watch the Dolphins game with us, we're going to be at Funky Buddha, me and Crowder, maybe Jimmy. Jimmy's squirreling now. Now I might have to work the Heat game. But Appel will be out there. If you want to watch with us, the Eat the Enemy dish is Maryland-style crab cakes.
Bingo.
As we had suggested, topped with creamy corn and crab sauce and crispy fried Tabasco-soaked onions. That might be the best dish that they have put out for the Eat the Enemy series, because that sounds, I love a crab cake, and I know Chef Jeff isn't going to make it all filling. It's not his style, so it's going to be real crab, more crab than cake.
There we go.
Crab cakes topped with creamy corn and crab sauce.
That's going to be a little sweet.
And a crispy fried Tabasco-soaked onions.
Bring back the little spice. Oh, come on, Chef. Come on, Chef.
Put me down for a few of those.
7, please. Save me 7.
It's the only problem with a crab cake. You know, they're tiny. You got to eat a lot of them.
No, they're not tiny.
No?
Think about a hush puppy?
I thought they were like little hors d'oeuvres.
No. I mean, an hors d'oeuvre crab cake would be, but not an entree crab cake.
I've never seen an entree crab cake.
Like the size of a hamburger.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
Many times it's just one crab cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't eat crab cakes.
Really? You don't say.
What's a meatball?
Are you allergic?
I've seen them at weddings. You know, the guy.
Right. But also, like, you've seen cocktail franks at weddings, right?
Yeah.
You know they have actual. You know there are actual hot dog sized hot dogs.
You were mesmerized at a sausage. What got into that frank? Yeah, no, they do have them on the little trays.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's a little hors d'oeuvre.
Wow. So this is at Funky Buddha going to be like a crab cake.
That would be my guess. Usually it's either 1 or 2, depending on the size that they make. Much like a potato latke. You know, you could have a small latke, you could have a big giant latke.
7, Chef.
It's a lot of crab, though, isn't it?
Well, it's not all crab. It's dependent on how they make the crab cake. So there's filler. It's not just all crab. There was a place, it closed, Lock Bar in Meisner Park. The best crab cake I've ever had, but it was one crab cake. It was like $67 because real crab is expensive, obviously, and if you use a ton of it. But it was the best crab cake that you'd ever eat.
So you have to have something to bind the crab together to make the
filler.
Cake. So it's filler, but you know, the more crab, the more expensive.
So you go to like a stadium and you see crab cakes, you know, it's pretty much you're eating a dough ball.
I was about to say.
And there's like a couple of, you know, pieces of crab in there. But you go to an expensive place or a place, you know, up in the Northeast that's known for crab cakes, more crab than cake. Delaware Chicken Farm does more crab than cake.
The binding has to bind it.
We the Ticket Wizard was up in Boca yesterday, so we had a little breakfast. Lori and I go every Sunday. This place called Tartlet. We sit outside, have a little. There's live music, blah blah blah. Ticket Wizard came up, and there's a farmer's market that goes on kind of right next to us. And I said, "Oh, let's walk over there. They have good fish dip." And he said, "Is the fish dip as good as Delaware Chicken Farm?" And I said, "It's not. It happens to be good fish dip, but that Delaware Chicken Farm fish dip is unparalleled." And Barry, the Ticket Wizard, was saying his daughter, Hillary, doesn't eat much fish dip. She had a bite of that, and she said, "Holy mackerel, why doesn't all fish dip taste like this one?" And I had the same reaction the first time I had the fish dip at Delaware Chicken Farm.
Because it's tuna. That's the trick. Other people try
is that what it is?
They try to use cheaper fish because you smoke it and you mix all that stuff into it. Man, you smoke tuna and mix it up with the mayonnaise.
The one I bought at the farmer's market was Wahoo.
That's delicious.
Is that good too? Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, some people use kingfish, which is a
cheap.
Nobody eats kingfish.
All right.
The Ticket Wizard makes fun of me. Delicious. He said it the whole time we were fishing. Hey, Crowder. Hey, that fish dip is delicious.
All right.
Somebody texts in, "I'm going to go Thursday without my wallet. Hawks tab, please." I'm telling you, stop showing up to these events and thinking I'm going to pay for you.
I started walking off now. What am I offering for? Every Hawks player for everybody.
It is a heady play by some of the listeners. I mean, they show up.
Right.
Oh,
You
love
said
the
to come on
show.
out. This is
Yeah.
great. All right. See you later.
Hawk, you said you're gonna pay for me.
Walk out for you, Jimmy. The
No,
world.
no. I'm saying the people are gonna go to you and say
What the hell's going on, Jimmy? When did you wake up?
5 seconds ago.
I can't wait.
We're gonna have fun Thursday night.
All right, your headlines, really your schedule, man. I mean, you got the World Series
Sports
Game 3
Equinox
tonight. Sports Equinox
tonight. It's only like the 35th time in history or whatever.
What is that? All Big Four.
33rd.
How many?
33.
33 times. Baseball, hockey, basketball, football, and Major League Soccer. All in action tonight.
Wow.
Sports Equinox.
Yeah, so it's that small window when the World Series is still going on.
Nope. Ticket Wizard just texted me. Delicious.
Boy, he gave me hell on that boat. Delicious. He brought some big ass expensive oranges.
Very good.
Sumo citrus. Have you ever heard of this?
Look at that guy.
Man, he brought these big ass oranges, like grapefruit size. Sumo citrus. It's I don't know how they make them.
How
They
about
were
that?
delicious.
Why do you say it that way? Because you like using the D, or you like the D?
Hey.
Hey.
You know, just my excitement for the crab cakes and fish dip.
Wow, you're right, man. There is every major league in the United States playing today.
Sports Equinox. You think I made it up?
No. I just wasn't aware. MLS tonight, you got first round action, Cincinnati, Columbus, Minnesota, Seattle. You know, tonight you've got Monday Night Football. And then you have in the NBA a ton of games, and then the World Series.
I mean, this is action, Jack.
Wow.
You can't find something to do tonight. What are you even doing?
I probably won't watch any of it, to be honest.
Netflix is great right now.
Yeah, I've been watching.
I got this fish dip at home calling my name.
Been watching The Studio on Apple TV.
What is that?
Seth Rogen, Apple
That's-
TV.
Yeah.
Phenomenal show.
Mm.
You would love it, man. It's like right up your wheelhouse.
I don't have Apple TV.
And it's right up your wheelhouse, Hawk.
Well, get out of there.
It's right up his wheelhouse.
I don't have Apple TV.
It's all in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. All up in it.
Why don't you have Apple TV?
What are they? I don't even know how to get it. What do you have? You got to get some sort of box or something.
What do they have?
You can bundle it with Peacock.
I don't want to bundle anything. Go bundle yourself.
Don't listen to any TV advice from Jimmy, because now I have YouTube TV. I can't watch the Panthers. I can't watch the Heat.
Do you know
I
they're
can't watch
about?
anything.
Do you know they're about to lose ESPN?
I'm getting texts from YouTube
they're-
TV.
they're about-
Contact
they're-
ABC.
they're
contact
about to lose
ESPN.
ESPN.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. They'll
And-
work it out.
And meanwhile, Jimmy is like, oh, it's so much cheaper.
Jimmy goes, I'll work it out.
It's so much cheaper. It's so much cheaper. My TV bill's gone up $300.
I'm telling you, the DirecTV stream is the way to go. You get all the FanDuel Sports Network, so you can watch the Heat, and you get all the other ones with no problem. I mean, it's these people they go, oh, this YouTube TV, you can make a box of 4 shows. What am I, a fly that can see 18 different screens at once? How about one show, the one I want to watch instead? I mean, nonsense.
Multi-view is amazing.
Yeah,
on
this
YouTube.
is the guy. Everybody's mesmerized with this multi-view, which, by the way, DirecTV Stream has now. They do have multi-view, but I don't talk about it because who cares? I want to watch the one show I want to watch. So what is this Apple TV? Where do I get that?
Tell y'all.
Circuit City?
Hey, Hawk, this new age. I still got my cable box. I can watch whatever I want.
Yeah.
The thing with the DirecTV is now I gotta get a guy to come out, go up my roof, install a dish.
No, it's a streaming service,
No,
just
you
like
don't.
YouTube TV. I don't have a dish. I live in an apartment.
I know how DirecTV works.
Well, I don't
Hawk.
think you do.
I know how DirecTV works. You need a dish for DirecTV.
Okay, but not the stream.
And now next you're gonna tell me Dish TV. You don't need a dish
Well,
either.
I mean,
right?
I can pull DirecTV Stream up right here if you want. Do you see a dish on my ass? All right. You have anything else in the headlines? We can't go forever.
Your weather right now in South Florida. Right now in South Florida, it's partly cloudy. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid 70s. That's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Cheetah Pompano, great spot to watch a game like tonight or a fight like on the weekend. HD TVs throughout the club, VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach are both having their Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun party this Wednesday. There'll be a $250 cash prize for the costume contest, gold VIP card giveaways, a spooktacular free lunch, 11:30 till 3, and you receive free admission if you wear a costume that day. That is this Wednesday, Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. Of course, college and pro football, girls and beer, what's better? Every Sunday and Monday night, that's tonight, enjoy hundreds of beautiful, exotic referee and cheerleader adult entertainers at Cheetah Pompano Beach. You watch the game live tonight while you enjoy the coldest beer in town. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I'm just saying that I'm Hoch. We talk Tua. Hoch Tua. Bam, 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 bam. Is this Weird Al or Coolio?
Coolio.
Oh, just checking. Can't fool me. That's Weird Al. You know how much we all love Tucker Duke's Lunchbox in Deerfield Beach. They had the Hochman Burger in September. Only a few days left to get in on the October Burger of the Month before they're on to something new. So up until Thursday, through Thursday, the October Burger of the Month at Tucker Duke's is the Terrifier Art the Clown Burger. A nightmare burger, and for Halloween week, you really should indulge in this. A nightmare burger stacked between a black bun. It's a half-pound juicy patty, melted pepper jack cheese, spicy jalapeno ketchup. I mean, people drive how many miles to get to Whataburger for the spicy ketchup? It's right here in Deerfield Beach, and they give you an extra syringe of it, if you're brave. It's got some crispy potato sticks that add the perfect crunch. It is bloody good, and it's available at Tucker Duke's Lunchbox in Deerfield Beach through Thursday. What are you watching, Instagram videos over there? I'm trying to do a radio show here, Solana. What are you watching over there? Tucker Duke's is not just award-winning burgers. It's brunch, it's cocktails, it's beer and wine, it's chicken and wings, it's barbecue, it's bacon-wrapped Korean barbecue ribs, nacho tots. Don't forget about the desserts. How about this? They just added to the menu autumn apple crisp donuts, 2 homemade donuts, buttercream frosting, caramel drizzle, apple crumble, and cinnamon sugar dust. Look out. Tucker Duke's in Deerfield Beach. It is worth a visit. If you're looking for a killer burger joint, this is it. Real Southern style comfort food using fresh local ingredients. These guys have racked up multiple South Florida burger battle wins over the years. It is easy to see why. Visit TuckerDukesBurgers.com or follow Tucker Dukes on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Tucker Dukes, 1101 South Powerline Road in Deerfield Beach on the southwest corner of Powerline and 10th. All right, here is from DolphinsTalk.com. Stock up, stock down. You want to guess stock down according to DolphinsTalk.com?
Ooh, stock down. Man.
Nobody. That's who they have.
Okay.
Nobody.
I was trying to find that
nothing, nobody.
Because the secondary played well. Offensive line protected too.
Every position group played well. They point out Ollie Gordon receiving a touchdown on the day, double-digit carries, rushing the football, converted multiple short yardage situations when the Dolphins only needed a yard or so. Jalen Waddle, averaged around 20 yards per reception, scored a touchdown as well. After being a total non-factor last week, he stepped up, had a huge game against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Jordan Brooks led the team in tackles, a sack, 3 tackles for loss. Brooks was a man possessed out there, they write.
Jordan Brooks should be a Pro Bowler.
Right?
He's on a bad team, though. It's going to be hard for him.
Leading the NFL in tackles, man.
And, it's going to be a pushback of because he's on a bad team. They're always on the field, and he's just making cleanup tackles. But
It's funny what they write at DolphinsTalk.com, because they wrote Jake Bailey as stock up. They say if the Dolphins send someone to the Pro Bowl, it's probably going to be Devon Achane. If they send 2, the second will be Jake Bailey.
See,
you were about to celebrate.
I thought it was Riley Patterson. It might end up being Riley Patterson.
How? Because he hits average yard field goals?
Hoch and Crowder, if Riley Patterson goes to the Pro Bowl, would you guys admit that you were wildly incorrect? Everybody's hit me up already. They told me it's a joke that you guys would admit you were wrong. Everybody. Even Jason Sanders reached out to me.
Yes.
Even Jason Sanders and his wife reached out to me. They're like, hey, we heard that conversation. Wow, they were dumb.
This is where Solana messes up because I listen to Game Day Uncensored. Tobin said, you know what? Riley Patterson isn't bad, Solana. Solana goes on a monologue about how he told me and you on the Daily Show how good Riley. I was listening.
Yeah,
bro.
this is my Mona Lisa.
Hey, a 32 and a 34. Did you see Chris Bosworth? Bosworth? That boy was hitting 57, 55, 54 in a row. He's hitting 30-yard
If he
chip
only
shots.
misses 1 field goal all season, this will be my Mona Lisa. It's already my Mona Lisa.
I'm looking at NFL kicking stats on ESPN. I'm just looking at how I'm trying to figure out how it's ranked here. Riley Patterson is ranked 19th in the league right now.
Yeah, that's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Let me just see if I can find what his long is.
It was 47, I think. I think he hit a 47-yarder, and then he missed the 50 whatever.
He's
53.
11 of 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, long is 47.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give that a little context,
Mm-hmm.
here are the longs of 1 through 18.
Okay.
55, 58, 57, 65, 59, 64, 57, 54, 60, 62, 56, 57, 57, 52, 52, 59, 53, 52, 54. Then you get to Riley Patterson, 47.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you?
Efficient.
What's efficient?
It's like an NBA player. You know, Shaq wasn't shooting threes. They knew what he was good at. Riley Patterson might not be knocking down threes, but he'll take it to the post. He'll give you the Hakeem dream and throw it down.
What am I missing?
What about when you need a 3 and your guy can't shoot?
He literally can't shoot one.
Run a different offense.
I don't want to hate on Riley Patterson because he's been almost perfect, but
no, of course.
But you cannot extrapolate being 11 of 12 on short field goals for being an elite Pro Bowl kicker.
No, I'm with you. I don't want to get back into this because I don't want to bog the show down, but I will just say my point was that we wouldn't realize a big drop-off between Jason Sanders and Riley Patterson, and I won that point. I won that argument. It's done. Finito.
Well, I disagree.
Okay.
I believe that I've noticed a difference between him and Jason Sanders because they cannot kick a long field goal.
Hoch, there's been points in this season where you said, wow, I wish we had Jason Sanders instead of Riley Patterson.
Yes. Yes. When they have an opportunity to get 3 on the board for a long field goal, and you know they can't even make the attempt.
There has been no instance this season.
Well, you don't watch the games like I do.
No, Solana, but I can't name it. You're saying I can't name. There's been a time when that little fake green line they put up, get to this line,
the target line,
range, the target line. Sanders' target line is 10 yards further back.
10? No.
Patterson's target line is the end zone. They have it on the goal line.
I'm not doing this with you guys again. I'm not doing this because
Sanders' longest is what? 55, 56?
Bro, it's like 50.
Sanders?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Career long?
Solana.
Come on. Yeah, I can't believe you're going to make me laugh.
Your offense doesn't have to get as many yards for Sanders to kick a long one. Patterson's longest of his life is 47.
You guys are now debating something completely different than the original.
58, by the way.
58?
57.
Oh,
so 10 yards, your offense needs 10 yards less.
You're debating something totally
No,
different
this
than what
was
I'm
the debate.
No,
Yes,
the debate was that the drop-off will not be felt. That's it. That was the debate.
There's a huge drop-off that you feel. You can't kick a long field goal.
In your scenario, you had the Dolphins losing to the Colts because Riley Patterson wasn't capable of making
but I
a
know
field
if
goal.
it comes down to a long field goal and Riley Patterson's your kicker, you can't go for the field goal.
You're talking about the guy that's 11 of 12 this season?
From very average yardage.
Average?
Yes,
He
average.
hit a 47-yarder.
So it's 8 games. There's been a time in
That's
this
his
season.
long.
There's been a time in this season where Mike McDaniel's looking out there. It's 4th and 2, and he says, "I can't kick it this far."
You guys are
He
such
can't kick
idiots,
it this
man.
far. You're saying it's no drop off if your kicker kicks shorter field goals than a longer field goal.
Why can't you guys just admit one time that you were wrong?
Because you're not making sense. You're almost saying that
no.
If a quarterback is incapable of making a long throw, it doesn't matter as long as he makes 15 one-yard passes.
Incorrect. I'm not disagreeing with you that Jason Sanders can kick a longer field goal than Riley Patterson. The stats are the stats, brother. I'm not going to argue them. But what I am telling you is that for you guys to sit here and lie to my face that there is a point in this season where you look and you say, wow, I would have felt a lot more comfortable at this moment with Jason Sanders on my team.
2-6.
And none of it has to do with the kicker.
Oh, okay.
None of it.
In your rainbow dotted mind, for
so
sure.
Riley Patterson is
Butterflies
contributing
and
to
rainbows every time Riley Patterson runs out there. I think the season's totally different if you have a deep field goal threat.
Okay.
Riley Patterson is not as good as Jason Sanders.
That's not
correct?
the argument.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
not the argument.
Well, say it.
The
I want to hear you. I
drop-off-
want to hear you
That's
say
it.
The
it.
drop-off
I wanna hear you say
between
it.
Jason Sanders is a
drop-off-
better kicker
I wanna
than
hear you
Riley
say
The
it.
drop-off between Jason Sanders and Riley Patterson is not that big of a deal, and I have been proven right based on evidence, based on 8 weeks where the Miami Dolphins have had a kicker go 11 of 12 making field goals, has not missed an extra point, and has been an above average kicker, which was my point.
Those
That
10
whoever they
yards-
end up signing will be fine. It won't be a big deal.
But he's 19th in the league. He's not above average.
Below average.
He's below average.
He's made
There's
11
32 team- No,
of
I'm
his
just
12 field
telling you,
goals.
there's 18 kickers ranked above him.
He's made 11 of his 12 field goals.
I know. I looked at the stats. I'm just telling you, he's ranked 19th in the league.
You're complaining about a guy.
Not complaining.
You're complaining about a guy.
No, you're moving the
You're-
goalposts.
you're-
Speaking of kicking,
You're
did you just say he's
criticizing-
an above average kicker?
He's an above average kicker.
Ranked 19th out of 32.
He's making 90% of his kicks.
Understood. He's ranked 19th out of 32.
If we're taking a test and you have 12 questions and you score 11 out of 12 correct, is that above average or below average,
Well,
Hawk?
then the other 18 guys scored 14.
And
out
what
of
about
11.
and what about the other guys had to answer 26 questions and you only had to answer 12?
Well, find me a longer Scantron.
Number 2 pencil.
Anyway, the other one, stock up, stock down on dolphinstalk.com. They have Mike McDaniel, but this is what they write. He's still going to get fired. He's still a really bad head coach. But he had his team ready yesterday, and the game plan worked, and he didn't stray from it when they got up a lot. You wish he had done stuff like this sooner. He may have been able to save his job, but for one day, he was very, very good.
Yep.
All right,
Great
we got to
play
take a
caller.
break. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to talk more Dolphins here in a second, but we'll take a break and we'll come back here in the 4:00 hour on this celebratory Monday. Everyone except for Solana, who just suffered the first L in South Florida.
Y'all go out right now and get that Cadillac you've always wanted. You look at it at the stoplight. You're checking out your neighbors all the time. Go get yours. And Edmore Sawgrass Cadillac has your back during the Road Ahead sales event. That means you get savings on all the best Cadillacs right now. You can get behind the wheel of a 2024 Cadillac Lyrics or XT4. You choose, and it's only $319 a month. Or just imagine how much you'll be saving on select new 2024 Cadillacs with just 3.9% financing. And my man Chris Atkins, the GM, Teddy Morris, they're going to throw in $1,000 purchase allowance because they love their customers. Make this year the year you get that Cadillac, you're driving to the game, going to the grocery store, picking up the kids, you got a hot date. You can be riding in style in that Lyrics or XT4. You choose just $319 a month or financing as low as 3.9% plus a $1,000 purchase allowance. Get ready for the road ahead at Edmore Sawgrass Cadillac. And always remember, my entire driveway is backed by Morris through the trade-in to the sale, to the lease, to the service department after you get it, the text messages, the personal connection they have with you. It is amazing to be backed by Morris.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
You ever just sit in your house naked?
Yeah, I like a little celebration after a Dolphins win, a Hurricanes win, couple of Heat wins, Panthers dub. I mean, come on. I've been telling you about Eric Nunez's award-winning team at Doral Hyundai, the #1 Hyundai store. Now they've got the North Miami store moved up to the top at #2. So they got the #1 and #2 highest volume Hyundai stores. It's where everyone is buying their Hyundais because they simply sell for less. They have thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, all priced below their competitors. No one has more in stock. No one sells for less, period. So if you're in the market for a vehicle of any type, why pay more? Save money and pay less at Doral Hyundai and North Miami Hyundai. So it is a celebratory Monday. I know not everybody wants to say that because it's their 2-6 and we're still now we lost seeding in the draft. Whatever, you're not going to get that on this show. You had to feel good for Tua. No, is anybody going to put our video back up? I'm waiting for either of you guys to do that. Not that it's that important, but is everyone feeling good for Tua? Because I like Tua. I know a lot of people want to take issue. Crowder knows how to play with the video stream, and he puts up this ridiculous picture of Solana. And Solana fights back with a ridiculous picture of Crowder. Does everyone feel good for Tua? Because I like him, and I root for him. And I know there's Dolphins fans who go, oh, no. You don't want to do this. You don't want him to put up good games because then they're going to get fooled again. First of all, he's probably going to be your quarterback next season regardless. But does everyone feel good for Tua after yesterday?
No, because he had a bunch of terrible performances. And, it's funny, Solana was calling me heartless earlier. I don't know what we were talking about. But, it's your job to be a good quarterback, and you haven't played good. So you play good. Okay, now you're getting better. But that doesn't offset what he's done the last.
No, I'm not saying it does,
half.
but just to feel good for him for an afternoon. Like, you're right. He's paid to play that and better, to be quite honest.
Yes.
And that's a different argument. I'm just saying I felt like he went through a lot of stuff for a couple of weeks, the entire season, but a couple of weeks especially.
He brought it on himself.
I'm not saying he didn't. You could still feel good for him, though, that he went out there. I mean, he had to be mortified when he woke up with that swollen eye. He had to be mortified. Like, what else could possibly go wrong? I have pink eye on game day. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you wake up that way on a Wednesday just for work, and you're like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I've got to go into work. Everyone's going to know my towels are dirty. I don't know. I felt good for him yesterday.
I felt awesome. First drive, he gets sacked. Dolphins punt the ball. I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Like, I knew how this game was going to end. And then they get the ball back, and he goes down the field. They score the touchdown. And then when he threw that pass to Malik Washington for the touchdown, that's the best pass Tua's thrown since 2023, by the way. Yeah. Like, that was the best pass he's thrown. Just gets out of the pocket, on the run, to his left, throws a dart for a touchdown. I was like, man, that was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I had fun watching the game. Like, How many times can you say that this year? Really none. Maybe that Buffalo game, you had fun because it was prime time. They were still in it by the end. I'm saying, like, not the outcome, but just watching the game itself.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. It was more like nerve-wracking.
I can't believe
shocking.
they were hanging out.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it was fun yesterday. Like, watching that Dolphin, they seemingly were able to do whatever they wanted. Bijan Robinson couldn't do anything, which is what you were scared of. Like, yeah, it was fun.
I wasn't. I was still nervous at halftime. Because I've seen them be up by 17 this year.
Right.
And let the other team storm back. So I was like, oh, they're going to go make some adjustments.
I did think about live betting Atlanta. I really did. But Kirk Cousins looked so bad that I was like, and he's not going to beat them with his legs. So it was like, yeah, what does he got? If Bijan Robinson can't do what he wants, then what are they going to do?
Actually, you say feel good for somebody. I feel good for Devon. Now that you asked that question, he tried so damn hard. The first 2 touchdowns of the season, he willed them himself to go. Like, he is trying so hard. He's on a Pro Bowl trajectory on a terrible team. We finally got to win. We finally look like I am the main piece of a good offense scoring 30-something.
One-man wrecking crew this season. And
so,
he got to enjoy it from like whistle to whistle.
The O-line getting a run game going for 140. Yeah. Tua's I guess I don't know if it's the money thing get to me, but
no, I see it.
Yeah, and you're snitching on people. Just say, go throw
But
a couple
he's not
more
a bad
touchdowns.
dude. Like,
But I gotta separate human from. It's like Billy Napier. I'm separating human from job.
I get it, but on the field, I'm the Tua hater on the show, but I genuinely think he's a good guy.
He is.
So I know I know what you're saying. Like, hey, this is sports, man. Produce or you're gonna get crushed. He deserves to get crushed for everything that's gone wrong for the past 3 weeks. But there's still part of me knowing that a human being for 3 weeks, his livelihood, he's put this into. He's literally willed this in his life for his entire life to get to this moment, and he's failing. And to watch somebody overcome that, at least for 1 week, it's fun, man.
I just got a push notification from Yahoo Sports, and it says Jay Busby, who's their senior writer, grades every backup quarterback so far in the league. I can't wait to see what this guy writes for the Dolphins. All right, 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is coming up. We'll get headlines. We'll talk more Dolphins on this celebratory Monday, so don't go anywhere.
If you are celebrating and food's involved, you got to get it from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. I've been going there over 20 years, and I'm telling you, go to Delaware. If you eat, and who doesn't eat? You got to get it from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. They have it all. And stone crab season started on the 15th. I've eaten stone crabs probably about 8 times already. If you love stone crabs, get them from Delaware. All the sizes, the best, the freshest. They'll crack them for you. Have the mustard sauce, a whole little presentation, and they are going to be delicious. But they have the stone crab. They have lamb. They have beef, veal, pork, poultry, duck, turkey, lobster, shrimp, fish, alligator, venison, crabs, clams, oysters, scallops. They have it all. Go to DelawareChicken.com to see the entire menu. They have prepared food now. They have burger sandwiches. They have fried chicken, roasted chicken, which is oven fried chicken. It's off the chain, crispy as hell. They have sides made in-house daily and fresh. The dips, we talked about them earlier in the show. The buffalo chicken dip it's great. But this smoked tuna dip is the best fish dip you'll ever taste in your life. Go get you some. I eat it for dinner at least once a week. It's amazing. Go to DelawareChicken.com. That's the website, DelawareChicken.com. You see the entire menu. Call them in advance, and they will bring the food out to your car because all they want to do is get delicious food back to wherever you are eating. Give them a call at 954-983-6831. That's 954-983-6831. Place your order. They'll bring it to the car. Yacht Provisions. You're going on a yacht. You got a beautiful vessel out there. Have the best food on that vessel, and you got to support local. My man, Jose, the owner, friend of mine, he has staff members that's been there since I have been going there since 2005. It is a family business. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. They are located on 441, 1 block south of Sterling Road. When y'all get down there, grab your Crowder powder now. They have all 3 blends. Get your stone crabs and tell them Crowder sent you.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
You have Tua, you can make Tua tartare.
Sure, why not? I like it, Jimmy. 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour, brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery.
The Heat did not play Pepas yesterday, by the way. There were
Really?
2 opportunities to do it. Andrew Wiggins hit a big 3. It was pretty much the game. And then Bam Adebayo threw down the exclamation point, and there was a dead ball after. They could have just fired off Pepas. They did not.
Interesting. You know what? We have not even mentioned through 3 hours and 4 minutes today, Michael Biamonte retiring at the end of this season. Let me do the Funky Buddha stuff, though, because it is the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour. Crowder and I will be at Funky Buddha Thursday night. Come out, watch the football game with us.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there. They've got the special Eat the Enemy food dish, which we learned today from Chef Jeff, is Maryland-style crab cakes. If you've ever had crab cakes in Baltimore, you know why you should be excited to be at Funky Buddha on Thursday. Maryland-style crab cakes topped with creamy corn and crab sauce and crispy fried Tabasco-soaked onions.
Ooh.
That is a great menu item. So Thursday night, watch the game with me and Crowder and a whole bunch of others at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. So much stuff going on at Funky Buddha, but mark down Thursday tonight at Funky Buddha. Dan Day hosts trivia. You can watch a little Monday Night Football. You can get a little trivia, win some prizes. It's all happening at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park tonight. And while you're there, since it's almost Halloween, have yourself a little glass of sticky treats. One of my favorites. All right, let's get headlines here for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour. We're going to talk with John Michaels this hour as well. But I did want to mention Michael Biamonte, the public address announcer for the Heat for what? Last 35 seasons? 40 seasons?
35 seasons.
50 seasons? Last 35 seasons. Michael Biamonte has some of the most recognizable public address calls, Dos Minutos.
Rebound Bosch. Kick out there.
No, that was Mike Breen.
That's not a public address announcer. I mean, literally. I want to walk off the show.
That wasn't him.
You thought Mike Breen was Michael Biamonte, the Heat public address announcer?
Okay. I didn't know who was retiring.
You
Rebound
thought
Bosch. Kick out to Ray Allen.
you But why would the Heat be celebrating a national basketball announcer's retirement if he was retiring, but Mike Breen isn't retiring? But why would the Heat, like,
The Heat said the Heat are in the nation.
what are you talking about?
I wanna fight you.
I know.
There was some people that are confused. Let me look at the comments.
No one was confused.
First of all, Mike Biamonte is like an integral part of South Florida sports fandom. I'm not kidding. You just yell, go into any restaurant in Miami and yell, dos, and everybody will yell, minutos. Everybody.
That's who does that at the game with the dark hair.
The public address announcer. Do you know what a public address announcer does versus, say, a play-by-play? Just give us the headlines. You've ruined the entire retirement of Michael Biamonte, and now he's sad, as is every Heat fan. Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Hyundai. Home.
Does he ever come in hide or the Grey Goose Lounge?
I mean, you really said the call that Mike Breen.
And he didn't even say the call right
like
either, which also really pissed
Bosch
me off.
rebound, kick out the
There
Ray
was
Allen.
no boom. No, he yells bang.
Oh, well, explanation.
Eric Reed yells kaboom. Mike Breen yells bang.
Okay.
Kenny Walker says another Dolphins first down.
What noise does this guy do that was retiring?
I'm
does he have a noise?
I'm disgusted with you. I'm
one of the loudest PA announcers in the league.
I'm disgusted with you.
What's his noise?
Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
I mean, he's got bar after bar after bar after bar. We're talking about a living legend here.
I've heard of those Minutos before. I thought that was recorded.
Remember?
Too many steps.
Remember Amari Stoudemire? You've been extinguished.
Oh, I remember that when
You
he
don't
punched.
remember
Yeah, he punched the thing in the hallway.
Michael B. Monday punched something in the hallway.
Amari Stoudemire punched something, right?
He punched the fire extinguisher.
Man, this is too deep.
Stand up and make some
Some
noise.
noise for your Miami.
So he holds his words long.
No basket.
Oh, what was that, Jimmy?
I did my best.
All of you are annoying me. Everyone in this studio is.
It's
annoying
more
me.
like no basket.
That was terrible too. Luol Deng.
I got Mike B to record all of our names to the cadence of Luol Deng.
When was that?
Like a year ago, I think. I forgot to play it.
You kept it from us?
Yeah, I have it. We can play it.
Somebody puts on the chat. I walked into an Uruguayan restaurant once and yelled "Noche Day," and everyone yelled 6 times. All right, give us the headlines so we can move on with our lives.
Speaking of the Miami Heat, they won yesterday. They're 2-1. Great start for the Heaters.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Knicks.
Who do they have tomorrow?
The Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, that's right. Terry Rozier. Gotcha.
There was a statement today that I shouldn't call it a statement, but a tweet from Shams Charania, and I believe it came from the NBA.
Well, the NBA had sent a memo to all the teams,
right,
and then that got leaked.
While he says the NBA informed its 30 teams that the league has begun the process of reviewing. This is making me mad reading it. Has begun the process of reviewing policies regarding injury reporting, training, and education of all personnel, and enhancing internal and external monitoring programs to identify betting activity of concern per memo obtained by ESPN.
They're strengthening their, view of gamblers.
But it doesn't have to be strengthened. This was flagged the day that it happened. The day Terry Rozier, March 23rd, 2023, whatever, in March, the day that he left the game early, and there was an unusual amount of money placed on his unders, it was flagged by the NBA. They looked into it. They found nothing, allegedly. And Adam Silver knew about this entire situation. I know down in my plums, the Hornets knew about this situation.
Oh, there's no question they knew.
And the Heat got hosed.
That's right.
And now the NBA is playing all friendly with the FBI. We've known all along. Well, what happened when the Heat tried to trade for Terry Rozier? You don't think that would have been some pretty solid piece of information to pass along to the Miami Heat? Yeah. Hey, the guy you're trading a first-round pick for while going and trying to get back to the NBA Finals might end up under a federal investigation and indicted for some pretty serious crimes. Just an FYI.
Buyer beware.
And they have to come. It's retroactive. It's like when the NFL made the big concussion thing, they knew bashing your head into another man's not good for that man that's bashing his head. But when the CTE movie came out, then they had to make the big deal out of it. That's what leagues do. They do everything retroactively.
Try to slide it under the radar, and if it gets picked up, then you do your damage control.
And now it's a paper trail.
Anything else in the headlines?
You guys aren't as upset about this as I am, clearly.
You got excited.
I'm upset with what just transpired with Michael Biamonte and Mike Breen.
Too many steps.
Crowder, would you like to retract your statement that Jalen Waddle can't be a wide receiver 1 after yesterday's performance?
No.
Okay, we'll move on then.
Yeah, 5 for 99, good game, but I've seen ones. When I suck a one, I think of Jamar Chase and Jet and all them boys.
Somebody texted, my buddy texted me, they're trolling us. They tried to schedule gambling night when the Heat were in their building this year. They did do that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlotte has but I think they since scrubbed it.
Like the next day, they scrubbed it. But that was even before all the indictment charges.
That's funny.
Were they trolling the Heat?
Of course they were. That's funny. They were trolling Terry Rozier.
Wow.
Yeah, Pat gonna slap somebody.
Put 2 and 2 together there.
Yeah.
But All right. The Dolphins are going to play Thursday tonight.
Storm Duck out for the season, by the way. I know
Storm
we
Duck.
only mentioned that once, but Storm Duck out for the season.
Just
Storm
says
Duck out
knee.
for the season.
Does
Yeah,
say
knee.
anything? Oh, okay.
That's all I have.
Damn, man. And who was on the elevator? Achan and Waddle.
Yeah, I think it was Waddle and Achan.
Oh, Carson Wentz will undergo surgery on his left shoulder, miss the rest of the season.
Disaster for Minnesota at the quarterback situation.
Low key, Carson Wentz got out of a terrible situation.
But what
there.
a terrible situation they created for themselves by getting rid of Sam Darnold.
Yep. Sam's out there balling.
Damn. All right. Tonight, you got Monday Night Football. Chiefs host the Commanders. No Jaden Daniels. And then you have World Series, Game 1 tonight. Dodgers, Blue Jays. Series is tied at 1 apiece. The Heat play tomorrow against the Hornets. The Panthers play tomorrow as well. They'll be at Amerant Bank Arena. They'll play against another
Hockey team.
NHL team. That, of course.
Dwayne Wade.
Mike Breen.
Michael Biamonte.
Oh,
You saw what they're calling his last season? Like Wade was the last dance.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
the last call.
The last call.
Like the bar's ending.
What did he do for Udonis?
Udonis?
Yeah.
He's you.
So he held words for a long
Are you
time.
sure?
When he had an assist, he'd say, from you. And everybody in the crowd would go, you.
Are you sure?
His
Yes,
his
yes.
his field goal call was Udonis Haslam.
I
am I'm the best fake Mike Biamonte in the world. I'm
well,
telling
you're
you.
not.
I've never heard this before, what you're doing.
Also, I like Eric Reed, Udonis, you did it.
Mhm.
That was always one of my favorites.
Excellent.
Solana was a little overboard, though. I got to find your tweet on the retirement announcement from Michael Biamonte. And I think Michael Biamonte is great. I'm going to miss him.
Well, I mean, you maybe you don't think he's as great as you think as you're leading on to be, because I thought I put the proper context behind it that all of South Florida felt.
It was just slightly overdone. I can't find the tweet here. I'll find it in a second. Hold on. Woo, you retweet some superfluous garbage. Criminies. Where is this thing? Oh, here you go. This is
Gonna be silly.
this is regarding Michael Biamonte's retirement from the Heat after 35 seasons. Maybe the worst news I've ever gotten. The legend Mike B is retiring at the end of the season. I fear I'll never be mentally prepared for the final ever dos minutos at a home game. A little overboard, no?
I meant every word.
All right. Anything else in the headlines? John Michaels is going to join us next.
Silly man.
Maybe the worst news I've ever gotten.
That's my childhood, man.
I got it, but I mean,
That's my
Mine
entire
too.
life.
I get it, but I mean, don't you think maybe Dwayne Wade was more part of your
Right, but
Heat
Dwayne
memories
Wade,
than Michael Biamonte?
Dwayne Wade's gone, and this is, of course, the house Riley built. Soon he'll be gone, and all I had left was Michael Biamonte.
But in other words, this would rank as the worst news you've ever gotten.
It's up there for sure.
Like
yeah.
in sports or like what about
No, there was
passing?
no qualifier
Well,
there.
I mean, rest in peace, Abuela, but come on, this is Mike B.
All right,
What
anything
about when
else?
you had to call your brother in the bathroom?
that had to be the worst. That was the worst news I ever received. All right, anything else?
Sounds like you want something else. Your weather right now in South Florida, partly cloudy. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid 70s. That is your weather. It's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
I talk about Atlantic Men's Clinic often on this show. I'm a believer, and maybe you need Atlantic Men's Clinic as well. Maybe you noticed your energy is lower and your workouts aren't as productive. You're not sleeping as well. You feel brain fog. Maybe your sex drive is off. if you're experiencing some or all of those symptoms, very likely you have low testosterone, certainly as you get older. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. Call Atlantic Men's Clinic today. Get treated for that low T. Living with low testosterone is no way to live. And again, I'm speaking from experience. I can attest to the difference. Atlantic Men's Clinic, they really are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. Why feel that way? You know, if you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you're going to feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep get better, your workouts get better, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So make that leap. Go to atlanticmensclinic.com, take the low T quiz right there on the website. Takes like a minute, and then schedule the consult. They do your lab work. They have your results within 30 minutes. A Florida licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options. And I'm telling you, most men wait a year or longer. There's no need to wait. Atlantic Men's Clinic, they now have 7 locations in South Florida, including their new office in Hollywood. So call them. 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or visit atlanticmensclinic.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Crowder, how many booms would you give today's show?
I'm not booming nothing.